Hey, this is Robbie from PPRN All Things Sports, and you're listening to PPRN.
He's brown, he's round, he's Jaden Jackson nasty. He's your mama's side dude. He's Peter Pinhole, and he is on pprnradio.net.
The sun and the air of a shyness that is criminally vulgar. I am the sun and air of nothing in particular. You should know, how can you say I go about things the wrong way?
Live from Hamden, it's Monday Night Live, all things sports, with the stars, Bob Clark, Peter Pinhole, and Brian D'Angelo. And now, here's your host, Robbie Clark.
Hey, good evening, everybody. We are live in Hamden, Connecticut. PPRN All Things Sports. Along with my fellow colleagues. A very well intro done by Brian D'Angelo.
Who? What?
I don't know.
Who? What? Oh, Brian. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, some guy.
Good to be back.
Bob Clark.
Back from Florida.
And Peter Pinhole.
You forgot our special guest here, T-Rex.
With special guest T-Rex from Land of the Lost.
Do you not like the filter?
I don't know.
What do you say, T-Rex?
Let's try it out. Yeah, I like that.
What does T-Rex have to say today?
You're tuned into pprnradio.net.
Super Bowl week. It all kicks off tonight.
It all starts, as we all know, the Patriots are going to represent the AFC, and the Falcons will represent the NFC.
You know, the NFL app is ridiculous. It gives you breaking news, and yesterday or the day before it was, breaking news. I thought something happened. Fucking breaking news, Atlantic Falcons plane has touched down in Houston. It's
right.
Like, okay.
Yep. That's as
big deal.
That's about as boring as the Patriots being in the Super Bowl again. Not for nothing, but
it did it again today.
Jesus Christ, yeah. It's like, touchdown.
It's as boring as watching a team getting sent off. I mean, who cares? Just get them down to the game.
I mean, knock over a beverage cart. Who gives a shit? It's like, get your peanuts ready.
So, Brian, a lot of times you see nowadays at award ceremonies, the teams that finish first get a trophy. So, the Patriots got a nice trophy for winning the AFC. I got you a little participation trophy for finishing in second place.
All right.
And these two would have had a nice participation gift if they could have finished in second place, but they couldn't even make it. So
Hey, we give the Falcons a lot of credit.
You
They
get
made the Chiefs
nothing,
look like
and
shredded
you won't like
mozzarella.
Well, wait, well, before you get to that, first let me tell you, that, talking about the awards ceremony, first of all, which congratulations. You clearly just beat the shit out of Steelers. You know, we'll get to that. But I think your owner is like brain dead. I mean, what the fuck was he mumbling? He reminded. I mean,
Are you
holy
sure you
cow!
want, like,
Either
high
he
on
was
some
listen.
sort
He
of
was
drug or
either he drank a rot.
Or-
Or he's got stage 3 Alzheimer's because come on, what was he talking about out there?
Either that or he found LT.
Yeah,
that kind of
I mean, I don't know. Anyway, look, it made the award ceremony more than entertaining because we've seen it so many times.
Now, Brian, I have your gift right here.
Okay, and I hope it's not raviolis because they'd probably be bad.
No.
Well, let's see. Why don't you open it up and
Yeah, this will be interesting.
Oh, it's cat litter.
It's a Christmas tree.
Oh no, it's Starbucks coffee, holiday blend, melange. Oh, are you kidding me? He has. Wait, you didn't spend this much money on
You
this,
might want
did you?
to. You might want to do yourself a favor.
No.
You might want to check the
think I
expiration
drink
date. It
coffee?
might be expired.
2000. No, he got me holiday blend. What does this stand for? Your team loses the championship.
Yeah,
It's
so I think
Starbucks coffee.
I figure I'd give you a loser coffee brand.
Oh,
for a
$7.99.
losing
Now
team.
that's more like it.
Well-
Look, he gives me a receipt. It says $38 on it.
Yeah, you know
I
why?
was going to say, what are you, crazy, Robbie?
$7.99 minus
That-
the 15%
that's-
employee
that-
discount. So he got it for $5.49.
You know what? If I wasn't so broke, I'd give you the money for this now. But this is so thoughtful of you, Robbie. Thank you.
You
In other words,
participated well.
go suck on that, you loser bag. Another bag of losers.
But what about the championship games? I mean, who expected 2 blowouts?
How about all the playoffs? I mean, what was really what was the best game? I mean, really, I guess the best game was Dallas-Philly. It really was, man.
Dallas Green Bay.
I mean, Dallas-Green Bay.
That
Sorry.
was the best game of the playoffs.
That
But
was.
at the end of the day, when you lose home field advantage, and look at all the injuries
These were-
that Green Bay had, I mean, Atlanta came out smoking quick. I mean, real hot. And they left Green Bay looked like a bunch of shredded mozzarella on a lasagna platter.
Yeah, no, seriously, though, in fairness, and I'm sure you guys agree, I want to hear what you think about this. This NFL season, I want to hear from the listeners, too, at 203-992-7776. There was a time in this year we were so excited about the NFL, at least I know I was, because it looked like there were a lot of really good teams. There were a lot of teams I thought playing well. They all had their different dynamics. They all had something special about them. But in the end, Bob, guys, let's face it, it crumbled. It looked like a poor product. And maybe that's why the ratings are down. I don't know. But to be where we are right now, people are just saying, what? This season was just boring.
I'm very interested.
Dallas was interesting. Philly, the Eagles looked interesting. Everyone looked interesting at one point. But you know what? When it all comes down to it, the Patriots were there, which no one's surprised about. And the Falcons is kind of like 50-50 that people are surprised.
No, that was a little surprise because, I mean,
That was a huge surprise
Yep.
because you go into the postseason with Matt Ryan, have a 1-4 record. You figured he was going to do what I said earlier in the season, that he's not a elite type quarterback because he can't get the job done in the postseason. 1-4 postseason record. That's why I said he's Matt Ryan. He's no Matty Ice. He's Matt Ryan. But he proved that he's a Matt Ryan or a Matty Ice.
He could Matt Ryan, now he'd have to win it, but that he could become like an Aaron Rodgers, an upcoming Aaron Rodgers if he wins this.
This game is
and the land of the lost.
Yeah, that sounds a lot like you.
This is which we bring in. Should we bring T-Rex in on this? Or what the hell's going on around here?
T-Rex got a scorpion bowl in front of him.
That last board that I bought was bad. Remember the one that was doing the machine
the one
guns?
with the whip it good, whip it good.
The one that was doing the machine guns and everything.
Well, you traded it in for a better board.
No, I had to replace it.
All right, but no, let's get into the Super Bowl game.
Okay, all right.
Let's get into the Super Bowl game real quick. Let's talk to the Patriots fan over here. What are you expecting from them offensively and defensively against especially a defense from Atlanta that's been up and coming every week?
Did you see
and
that? Did you see the comment from Lawrence Taylor, FYI?
Yeah, I've been seeing all
He
that.
said if Brady ever were to play against him, he would have had
it's all sour.
he would have broke his fucking
it's
back.
all sour grapes, though. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah, well,
Brady-
if Lawrence
Brady is-
Taylor was to play against Brady in this generation, he wouldn't do anything except get penalties. So
Yeah, well,
different time,
okay.
different era. But What as
You could have said something more intelligent, like all he was doing is worried about having a spoon up his nose, at halftime. But okay, Robbie, that's fair too, though.
It is, Bob.
Don't throw stones.
All right.
No, I didn't start anything, man.
I said don't throw stones. You can't throw stones.
Oh, kidneys?
No,
you mean
can't throw stones.
You mean white stone? Oh, okay, sorry.
Especially when you used
Beige.
to play in the quarry.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, playing in the quarry.
Yeah, you used to play in the quarry.
Play in
Man.
the
You
quarry.
can't judge,
throw
man.
stones when you play in the quarry.
Yeah.
What is this? Breaking Away? What am I freaking?
Breaking Bad,
Hoosier?
bro. Breaking
Yeah,
Bad.
Breaking Bad. All right. Well, Bob calling out son. We'll go back to Bob's comment towards his son Roberto.
No, I want to hear his thoughts on what.
Roberto! Yeah, Roberto! Live from Roberto!
Anyway, your team.
Roberto!
I mean, let's face it. Your team has become a dynasty, and at the beginning of 2001, no one ever expected the run they've been on. So, as we're looking at quite possibly what could be the end of the dynasty, we don't know.
Or the beginning. Another dynasty.
Offensively and defensively. What do your Patriots have to do to beat the number one offense in the NFL?
I made a terrible mistake.
Defense wins championships. Patriots have the best
Fire in the hole!
defense going into the playoffs, other teams averaging at least 16 points a game.
Why don't you be a man and
Very
fight
simple
for yourself?
what they have to do on defense, just like they did to Antonio Brown. They'll do the same thing to Julio.
Antonio Brown.
Double coverage and expect other wide receivers to step up.
All right, now the other thing you got to remember, too, is in the Pittsburgh game. Pittsburgh lost the best running back possibly in NFL, Le'Veon Bell, to an injury. Atlanta's got a 1-2 combo in
I got
Devontae
a
Freeman and
fucking
Tevin Coleman.
1-2 for your mouth.
Their 1-2 combo is not as strong as the Patriots. You got two running combos that are both basically pass catchers, where the Patriots have a mix where they have a big guy rusher, LeGarrette Blount, and they got a pass catching running back in Deion Lewis.
Yeah.
And you also have James White, too, who's an effective running back. So the Patriots have basically a 3 running back set who could also play the wide receiver slot.
Not to interrupt, because Robbie's making good points.
Yeah.
And just in fairness to Robbie about your comment, which was a good comment about the Steelers and Le'Veon Bell. But let me just tell you something. There was no way the Steelers were going to beat that team.
I wasn't saying that.
And D'Angelo Williams, and let me tell you this. I'll say it now, and I'll say it the day it happened. That was the best thing that could have happened to the Steelers was having the LB go out because they didn't know what they were doing on offense.
Oh.
And they still didn't. And the game was over when Sammy Coates dropped that first pass,
Oh,
in
my
my
God.
opinion. It was a slow death from there. D'Angelo Williams filled in very admirably, and it doesn't matter because what won that game that day was the fact that the Steelers had no clue. They were on their heels. Tom Brady slicing and dicing the Steelers secondary as he's done time and time again. But still, well said. Now, I think that it's going to be a good game, and I think Atlanta's going to give him a tough game. But I just think the Belichick-Brady factor is just too hard to overcome, man. We're all praying. There's not anyone in his mother that's not rooting for Atlanta except for Patriot fans. Because we want to see something. We want to see a Mike Tyson knockout.
It's good to see.
But I just don't know if we're going to see it.
It's good to see new blood that's in the playoffs and
Yes,
the Super Bowl. And
totally
that's
agree,
performing.
Bob. Time for new blood.
Thing that people know, though, about Sammy Coates, because all those drop passes he has, everybody's like, oh, no, he's not good enough to be in the NFL with all these drop passes he had. The man was playing with more than, I think he had 4 broken fingers throughout the whole season. And people are saying, so what? It's not that hard to catch a ball with broken fingers. It's hard to play broken fingers in any sport, let alone try to catch a damn football from Big Ben in cold, freezing weather with broken fingers. Come on.
Oh, he blamed the wind, for Christ's sakes. Are you kidding me, man? Listen, that's a good point. It's a good point, right? But they had a lot of depth. There's other people they could have thrown to. I mean, I don't know. Look, regardless of that, the Steelers with Martavis Bryant, they should be back next year, and they'd be a solid team. But they cannot beat the Steelers. Yeah, they cannot beat the Patriots. The Steelers cannot beat them, and I don't think they ever will. The 2 Super Bowls the Steelers won, luckily they were able to bypass the Patriots. They're just a team that they do not match up against well. And they're lucky that they beat the Ravens.
Right.
Now, how the Falcons match up against them, I think it might look similar to when Carolina and the Patriots played, or the Eagles and Patriots played.
better.
Those are good Super Bowls. I think they'll be better. Exactly, Bob. The Eagles became no match for the Patriots in that game. Donovan McNabb just did not get the job done. Now, the Carolina, much better game. We know that came down to a field goal. Vinatieri wins it. I think we're looking at a game like that on Sunday. I hope we are anyway. And I'm hoping for an exciting game. But in the end, it's really hard to see the Patriots losing, Bob. I don't know. I can't just see them. I want to see it, but I don't see it.
The one thing I'll argue on that is I think that Atlanta has more Falcons than anybody has of going up against New England this year. And I'm talking not just weapons. I mean, I'm just talking weapons in general. I mean, like, for example,
you are right about one thing that you just said. Atlanta does have more Falcons.
I was going to
say, Bob, what was that, Bob? I thought he was getting to something. Atlanta, maybe it's Bob that has early Alzheimer's.
They got more birds.
Atlanta has more. Are you talking about like Alfred Hitchcock? Like,
there
are more than 1 billion birds.
But seriously, Matt Ryan has thrown touchdown passes to 13 different receivers this year. Now, I don't know of any other quarterback that's done that. I mean, let's face it. Julio Jones, arguably the best wide receiver in the game. We know that they're going to double him. Now you got Mohamed Sanu. You got Taylor Gabriel. You got the tight end Hooper.
Mohamed.
Yeah.
You got
fucking traitor.
You got Coleman. You got Freeman out of the backfield.
It's not even his real name.
Wait, was that T-Rex or Peter? Fuck Mohamed.
And then to top it off, you got the fullback Pat DeMarco, who is a pretty good fullback at receiving. So I mean, New England's defense, as good as it's been all year, has got their work cut out for themselves. They're going against the number one offense in the NFL. It always makes for an interesting matchup when you have number one going against number one.
I can't help but just keep looking at Robbie.
When you have the number one defense in the NFL and you have a top 5 offense versus a number one defense versus probably a mid-range defense. And here's what you said before. They're an upcoming defense figuring things out. Well, so are the Steelers.
You know what?
Up yours!
Steelers defense.
Yeah.
You know, I can't, Robbie. I got to give you so much credit, man. This reminds me.
So stick a fucking sock in it, you cow.
We are really so pathetic if you think about it, Bob. It's like we're at a boxing press conference, okay? Robbie is Mike Tyson, and we're trying to be like Buster Douglas. And meanwhile, Robbie, everything we say, he just stands there, and he's basically saying, you know what? You guys everyone has a plan.
Nothing.
Everyone has a plan to get punched in the mouth, right, Robbie? Wouldn't you say it?
And you know what?
They all have a plan.
Back with jabs
He is
combos.
brimming. He is more than like the coffee. He's
my
brimming with
defense
confidence,
is like Floyd Mayweather, and my offense is like Mike Tyson combined with Muhammad Ali.
We want to hear. Come on, listen. We want to hear your thoughts.
What do you
How are the Patriots going to lose this game? If so, 203-992-7776. I say
come down to the kicking
Atlanta is going to shit all over them.
Could it come down
literally like they're going to fly in like buzzards and just drop landmines of shit. It's the only way they're going to do it. Slipping, sliding, shit everywhere, and maybe there's a fumble and Atlanta gets it to win the game. I don't know.
Maybe it's the last-second field goal. Maybe it's the kicking game. Let's put it this way. Gostkowski hasn't had a normal Steven Gostkowski year. I mean, he's missed how many extra points this year? I've never seen him miss as many extra points as he did this year. I mean, that might be the only hope.
He's the best Irish kicker in the league.
That's about it.
I'll tell you, when it comes down to kicking a potato through the shamrock there, there's no one I'd rather happen than the Gostkowski.
I could have said that.
Oh my God! I almost
didn't
do it. I thought, is this in bad taste? But you know what? I went for it. And I am so glad I did. Oh, worth it. Totally worth it.
Kick the Starbucks through the uprights.
And by the way, let's be clear. I only like you as a friend.
If you're lucky.
You know, I knew that Peter could control that board like the master that he's doing it tonight. Peter, you're doing a great job, man, because we just got to bury this Roberto tonight. And Roberto Dado.
Here's the worst part.
No, stop.
If they win the Super Bowl, then there's no argument about who the greatest quarterback of all time is. And
Listen,
I hate to admit that because I still
we
consider
have
him
to
a
listen,
cheater.
listen.
I don't think they're going to win.
We cannot. Right, Peter, we want to hear from you in a minute. We cannot be sitting here next Monday at this time fucking gloating. We got to be burying this kid. We got to put him. We got to get him not to show up.
Man.
That'll never happen.
T-Rex. We got to just have him come in here. Oh, don't pick on me tonight. I know my team got their asses kicked.
There's only one way to have him not show up. You have to load the board up with Chinese food because he hates Chinese
and
food.
The Scorpion. Let me put it this way: if
Robbie
I
hates
swear
Chinese
to God, Now hear about
It's
this.
horrible.
If the Patriots lose, I will find a place that delivers Scorpion Bowls to this door at 6 o'clock sharp. There's going to be a knock on that door, and we ain't talking fortune cookies and hot and sour soup here.
Or that
We're
soy
talking
sauce.
Scorpion Bowls, and we're going to drink a rot.
You might want to have it delivered at
We're gonna
6:15 because you're always late.
You're late.
Right!
Make it
I won't be
6:30.
late for Scorpion Bowls. I'm going to say, make sure you bring a box of straws because I want to be sipping that Scorpion Bowl from where you're sitting.
First of
Pinhole.
all, I picked half of this Super Bowl, by the
Yeah,
way.
you did.
No one picked Atlanta but me.
Oh, I think
Yeah.
he did.
You want to roll the tape?
He did.
I believe
He
you.
did.
Okay.
Second of all, I
When did you
also
do that?
had
I picked
half
Atlanta and Steelers.
of the Super Bowl too.
Yeah, but you went
I
on your
picked
heart.
the Patriots. You want to roll that tape?
Yeah, you wouldn't have picked Atlanta, though.
Yeah,
You went on
no,
your heart.
Exactly.
That don't
No,
count.
Atlanta's the
no
bolder
one
pick.
would
I
have
agree.
picked Atlanta to
Kudos to
season.
you, Peter.
No one picked
So,
Atlanta
with
to
that
begin
My
the
said-
picks
season.
didn't count that night. I
So,
just was
with that said,
yes, sir.
we're going to see a fucking... Not only are we going to see a defeat, we're going to see a blow the fuck out.
Wait, did you pick them to win too, or just to get them? You
I'm
picked them.
going to pick him to win.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm telling you, I think I did pick him to win. I'll have to roll the tape back.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, not only will it be a defeat, it will be
a
a
blowout.
fucking blowout.
A blowout.
A blowout.
Wow.
That's going to be the worst Super Bowl ever televised. Because
No, you know why?
Oh!
Because it's upset week.
Yes, it's because it's Scorpion Bowl.
You know what
week.
Atlanta said, and I quote them?
What?
Patriots can do whatever they want on offense because we're not going to fucking let them do anything.
Oh,
They're done.
Did they really say that?
They said that.
God, I love that.
And the first one that touches
Who said that?
down,
Julio?
the
Did Julio
first
say
team that touches down on the ground, it's a known fact,
really?
wins the Super Bowl.
Wow. Is that what Julio said? Julio?
That's because the prima donnas needed to come in
Yeah.
and like had to have their intro and be the last one on the fucking field.
Don't.
You know what? I wish they were a Pro Bowl and the fucking drone drop footballs and all
Oh,
that
that
fucking
game was
ass.
boring last night.
I didn't even watch it, man.
The
I
lowest
was
scoring.
like,
It was the lowest scoring
How'd
Pro
that
Bowl
do?
game since the
What was it?
1996.
What- can we- let's
AFC 20, NFC 13. It was normally these.
what was like the biggest thing that happened in the game?
Who
Seriously, 'cause
quarterbahed?
I didn't see it. Sure, a
Dak
lot, I think
started.
a lot of our audience
Did Elliott
didn't see
run?
it. So why don't we
didn't-
recap
he didn't run that well.
Robbie? Can you
The game-
recap that?
No,
Wait. Elliott didn't run that well?
Well, you know what? I mean,
So you mean because he has no line?
No, I'm going to tell you something. The defense normally the defenses in the Pro Bowl they normally don't.
Who
tackle
watches
and
that
hit as much.
stupid game
They
anyways?
were
Exactly.
I
hitting
didn't even
last
know it was
night.
on. I
They were
really
hitting
didn't.
last night.
But
Dak
no,
played the first quarter.
it's the poor man. It's your poor man's NFL last night. I would have watched.
Bring
it.
your fucking mic closer too, Bob. I can't hear you.
It's your poor man's NFL last night. It's really they should call it the loser bowl.
Well, I mean,
Because everyone whose team lost is going to say, oh, there's my guy, there's my helmet. Big fucking deal.
I'll tell you this, though.
Where are you today? Nowhere.
The NFL made a good
Get him,
move by
bro.
moving it to Orlando because out in Honolulu they weren't drawing.
Hey, what happened to NBC this year?
with what?
They had no games on.
NBC,
they had Sunday
NBC had the Steeler game, unfortunately, when they
Yeah,
got
but they didn't do any playoffs.
playoffs. No, they did the playoffs.
Yeah, they did a couple.
They did the Chiefs.
What are you doing?
NBC had the Chiefs Steeler game, Peter.
Oh, they did?
That was Collinsworth Michaels, yes. They had that Sunday night game.
Put it on the box.
But that
Put it in the
being
box.
said, I thought NBC
Up there on top.
So Fox is the Super Bowl, is that right?
Fox
Robbie?
does Super Bowl this year.
Fox, yeah.
It's always Fox or CBS.
why.
God damn it!
No
Do you
wonder
know
my
what?
friend-
Hold on. Do you know what this means? We have to listen to Joe Buck's voice.
Joe Fuck.
Oh,
He's all right. He's all right.
I can't stand him, man. I don't know why. Ever since that hair transplant went wrong and he was almost lost his voice, I'm just mad that it didn't really happen that way.
He's horrible.
He's all right.
He's horrible.
Leave him alone.
Oh,
He's terrible.
Please. He's
Troy
The
Carey's
terrible.
big
guy's
time.
trying to make a living. Come on.
He's got more money than fucking Trump. Are you kidding me?
He's trying to make a fucking living. Come on, take it easy.
Why did he die?
Come on, take it easy.
I mean, come on, for real.
Come
Who-
on.
Who dyes their beard blonde anyway? Give me a break.
Joe Buck.
Joe Fuck. Who looks like that?
You look like that.
You do. You drink a
Every
lot.
time Troy Aikman speaks, he looks like he's in the middle of having a stroke. I'll tell you what, Joe, if this guy goes to football 5 yards, it's a completed pass.
Robbie's funny again, bro. He's the best. That's so true, Roberto. He reminds me of Pat Summerall because he's always hammered.
Yeah.
This is Pat Summerall for True Value Hardware. Yeah, I was just the other day getting hammered.
Yeah, oh God.
He does look like he's
You
having a
sound more
stroke.
like John Madden more and more every day.
You drink a raw.
He drinks,
Yeah, you drink a raw.
He drinks a raw. This is Pat Summerall for True Value Hardware.
You drink
I
a
buy
raw.
my hammers and nails from True Value. fact, just the other day, I bought a fifth there and hammered it into the deck.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I just got something from ESPN about Greg Hardy that they got this new NFL Spring League that's coming out. He just applied to play in it. They're doing this league for former draft picks and former stars who've gotten in trouble and trying to get back in.
Former stars and former players who shoved girls' toilets heads down the toilet and flushed it.
Like AKA Ray Rice. So Greg Hardy just made an appeal to play in this league.
Yeah. Kohler. Greg Hardy is sponsored by Kohler Toilets. Next time you want to take your girlfriend's face and flush it down the toilet, think of Kohler and Greg Hardy. the most preferred toilet to wife-beating domestic assholes.
Oh God!
Oh my God! What a horrible guy. He does make other players look like freaking
saints.
He makes them look like the Partridge Family guy. Holy shit!
Makes him look like Gilligan.
Yeah. Merlin Olsen from...
oh, God, Merlin Olsen. Forget it.
God rest his soul. So, anyway, so he recrapped the Pro Bowl, I guess. That was the recrap of the Pro Bowl. Not exciting. So
Skills Challenge was exciting when I went to Thursday night.
Do they have anything where, they don't have any, home run derby? They need something where, what?
Well, no, the Skills Challenge was pretty good.
The Rick Dempsey contest.
What they did with the receivers, they made them run to 7 different stations. Catch with 2 hands, catch with 1 hand, over the shoulder, sideline.
Really?
So, and they're having Kirk Cousins, Drew Brees, Andy Dalton throw the passes. So, the receiving part of it was good. The blocking part with the running backs where they're crashing through walls was just stupid.
Was there I want to ask you, what player is from? I know Shazier was there from the Steelers, but he's a loser to show off his snakeskin, whatever it is. But who was there? Dallas players, because I know Ben, I'm in a midlife crisis. I need to think about my life and get my ass kicked again.
What's your thought about that? About him possibly retiring?
I think it's you know what, Ben? Take your 2 rings and go home. If you don't want to play, I don't give a shit. We'll take Romo or somebody else. After that game, I'd rather see Elvis Presley Bones roll out there and throw a pass than Ben. That was disgraceful. I think seriously, I think it was really babyish. If he's trying to get a spark under the ass is fine, but don't say it the way you say it. Just well, I'm kind of old now. I got bursitis. Come on, what are you talking about, Ben? You're gonna give up $17 million? You're not that stupid. So don't even talk about it. Just say, you know what? We got our ass kicked. We'll come back next year. We'll try harder. I had more respect for that.
Maybe the Raplesburger Chargers are coming back.
Not for nothing. He's going through a midlife crisis. He realizes he's finally, that the days of getting blown in Irish bars by teenagers with the door locked are over.
Whose phone's ringing?
It's my phone, and it just went to voicemail. Jesus. And so enough of that.
Well said.
Wow.
Okay. Sorry.
Shut the fuck up.
Sorry about that.
What are you talking about?
I'm going to shut up now and let that. And back to Roberto.
Yes.
Oh, Lord. So what did happen in the Pro Bowl? Because obviously nobody was watching except for this clown over here.
I watched a little bit. I didn't watch the whole thing. All I know is the score was 20-13. The AFC won it. I don't even know who the offensive and defensive MVPs were, but 33 points in a Pro Bowl game. You're not going to get ratings for the NFL when you play like that, dummy.
Yeah. And your coach was the NFC coach, wasn't it? Who was the AFC coach?
Alex Reed.
Oh,
Andy Reid.
Andy Reid.
Andy
Reid.
Alex Smith.
Alex Smith was the starting quarterback.
So right. The championship
Alex
game.
Smith was the starting quarterback.
Wait,
Get
but
the hell out of here.
How'd they pick? You weren't a championship game loser, but Andy Reid was. No. What am I saying? It's the divisional round loser.
Right.
I get it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Used to be the Cowher because Cowher was always as the championship loser. Divisional round loser. Yeah.
I still like to see it go back to the days where it's held after the Super Bowl. So this way, anybody from the Super Bowl who participated in the Super Bowl, they can go play.
I totally agree, but I actually
not saying they would, but you know what? Give them the opportunity.
It was.
Can't hear you, Brian.
Sorry about that, Peter, but you're absolutely. That's shocking, by the way. That's a first. As I stray away from the.
Can't hear you, Brian.
You're on that phone.
You can. My coffee. Okay, now back to Roberto.
So I saw something interesting on Facebook today. There was a thing that said Ray Lewis is interested in head coaching, and then I thought to myself, there's no way that's true because he has a job at Fox Sports. So he's probably said with what he wants to do for life. But then I saw that it was Ray Lewis who shared it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So imagine Ray Lewis as a head coach for a football team.
Holy Jesus, she's caught on the hood ornament.
Yeah.
That's
I could
incredible.
see that.
Yeah, sure. I'm not.
One thing's for sure, he would make a hell of a defensive coordinator, and he's he's very good at motivating players and everything. So imagine him as a head coach or a coordinator or something.
He's got to be on the hit list for the 49ers. Now that they hired a GM John Lynch was just hired yesterday as the GM for the 49ers.
That's right. We can talk about that. Excellent bring up there, Bob. I see him as a cross between like a Matt Millen on the poor side and a John Elway, who obviously wins the Super Bowl on the successful side. So right in the middle, John Lynch, not a bad idea. I don't see that being anything, but he's going to fall somewhere in the middle there, which should be fine. But he won't be like a Matt Millen bust. But for him to achieve what John Elway has achieved, who's obviously done a good job in Denver, we'll see.
Yeah, I mean you never know nowadays. I mean,
it can't hurt.
I mean, anything's better than 1-15 unless you're the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 0-16.
Right, and he's got he's announced he's run the whole gauntlet of the NFL, which I think he's diversified in what he has in terms of knowledge. So interesting bring up. I would have forgotten to bring that up. So good for you, Bob.
Yeah, and the other thing I like about Super Bowl week is Saturday night on stop sharding over there.
Did that just come out of your ass, or was that out of T-Rex's
that was
mouth?
T-Rex. That was
That's what I thought.
Besides the Super Bowl, besides everybody watching the Super Bowl, I think of more people. If you really want to enjoy what the NFL is all about, the award show that's on Saturday night. Not only do they name the Offensive Player of the Year, the MVP, and all that, they announced the 7 people who are going into the Hall of Fame. I mean, how good is that?
That is pretty cool, man. You get a lot of NFL. Like news.
You get a raw.
You get a
What you get is you get a rod that night. You get a rod. It's a rod of bargain there. It's a rod. It's a rod. You want to dial in and get a rod.
You come to
Why you call here tonight? I call because I'm looking for a rod.
I want the information.
I want a rod.
Oh, you like that band that used to sing,
information.
I want a raw.
I want a rod. I just heard that song today. Isn't that what is that? Twisted Sister.
Yeah.
I want a rod.
No, the other thing
I
too,
want to rock.
the other thing about the Super Bowl weekend, every year the greatest commercials. And which one do you see every year? Mean Joe Green with the Coca-Cola with the
Mean
kid.
Joe Green.
I mean, how many years did he win that in a row? Like 12?
I know. It's like all right already. It's like all right already. We've seen it so many times, but the commercials
That's just a
becomes
classic,
like
though.
it is. It's the whole day, and then sorry about that, Roberto, but
This spoken thing by Brian D'Angelo is sponsored by Lysol to freshen the air.
and Febreze.
Depends.
Bring it into your house, but don't bring Brian into your house.
I want a raw.
Disgusting. Disgusting. Also brought to you by Sanford Racing, where gas is a thing of the past.
They were on my show Saturday.
I saw that, man. I thought I was supposed to be a guest on that show.
You didn't make it.
You didn't make it.
Fucking Peter, man. He treats me like T-Rex here. He just throws me into a cave and says,
What were you doing
I'll
Saturday?
call you
Yeah,
and
what'd you do Saturday?
You were playing with your girls in softball.
Yeah,
so fuck
son,
off.
you're right. Yeah, it was a family night.
You weren't making it.
Fuck does the matter with you?
I want a rod.
I Rika raw.
I want a rod.
I want a Rika raw.
So Roberto, wait, I thought you'd be a little more with are we going to recap any of the championship game or anything, or what do you want to do?
I mean,
Yeah, let's
Because
I think
roll
we
it.
already basically recapped
Did anyone
the
really
whole
see
thing.
the
I mean,
Packer
there was
blowout
nothing really
coming?
watched.
'Cause I know I didn't. I mean,
They were so
I knew the Steelers would get their ass kicked, but I was surprised the Packers really.
they were so banged up. Give kudos to Jordy Nelson. I mean, with his 2 broken ribs, he played a hell of a game. Everything considering, he really did.
It's hard with broken ribs too, man. Whew. With every hit, can you imagine? Holy shit! I mean, if you've had broken ribs, because I know that I broke one rib and I couldn't even. All I could do was cry. You can't do anything, man. It's painful.
Yeah,
And,
I mean that defense just. I mean, who would have thought they would have held Green Bay to what was it? What they have 23 points, something like that?
Yeah,
Who would have
it was
thought that?
21.
21.
Weren't they mostly garbage points towards? I mean, really.
Basically.
Yeah,
Because they ended at halftime. I think it was 24-0 at halftime. Or maybe 21-3. Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just crazy.
Did I see Byron Leftwich recently in the news,
Fuck you.
Robbie? Did somebody just sign him again?
Fuck you.
Byron
Leftwich?
Yeah, Byron Leftwich. I saw.
Was it a Canadian Football League?
No. Somehow somebody re-signed him. Something.
Fuck you.
Pretty sure about that. Yeah.
Well,
Let's ask our callers. 203-992-7776. Byron Leftwich was in the news for what? We want to hear from you.
Brian,
Fuck you.
quick question for you.
Yes, sir.
don't know if you're aware of this, but for the free agent class this year, Kirk Cousins is a free agent. Do you think he could be the next franchise quarterback for Pittsburgh?
Ready
or
for
would
dictation.
you like to have Kirk Cousins as your quarterback for Pittsburgh?
No, I wouldn't. I tell you who I'd like though, if I could bring up on my Facebook page and somebody had brought it up to me as a player. You know, as we all know, and this is before your time, Roberto, but I know you know of the great Dan Marino.
Can't hear you.
Yes, Dan
You
Marino.
know the great Dan Marino, but do you know that the Steelers passed on Dan Marino in the draft because Chuck Noll and his all stupidity felt that.
Did you know that
he was like
every
that he was smoking
NFL
pot
team
Pitt.
passed through Tom Brady?
Tom Brady, yes. Well, that goes without saying. That goes without saying, and that's the biggest.
What was
travesty of all.
he was drafted what? 6th round pick number.
6th round pick number 198 or 199.
All right. This is interesting. Top 10 active players without a Super Bowl ring. Number 10, Brandon Marshall. Then you have Frank Gore, which I'm surprised he hasn't had one because when he started, the 49ers
fuck
were actually
yourself.
pretty good. No thanks. number eight, Antonio Gates.
Yep.
Julius Peppers. Who would ever thought? I figured he'd be on one.
Is that a
Yeah,
pizza?
I think so.
No. There's a tie for 5 between Rivers and Romo. No surprise there. From the Cleveland Browns, Joe Thomas. And then Adrian Peterson, which you figured.
Okay. All right.
Larry Fitzgerald, which you
Go
could see.
fuck yourself.
And Jason Witten.
Go fuck,
Go fuck yourself.
You said fuck yourself to Jason.
Notice
Witten.
how there's 2 Cowboys in the top 5.
Shut up.
Ironically, but listen, Kirk Cousins. Good question there, Roberto.
Yeah.
But anyway, now that I've had the chance to throw up,
Go
bring it
fuck
up.
yourself.
It's Nate Peterman. That's Nate Peterman of Pitt. He
Go
impressed.
fuck
He impressed in
yourself.
the Senior Bowl. I see the Steelers drafting him this year.
Go fuck yourself.
And no, Ben Roethlisberger's got.
You're like a
Roethlisberger's got at least 3 more years left. He's
And
got
you know
at
what?
least 3 more years left.
Kirk Cousins has already said
Kirk Cousins is a good player, but I think the Redskins are going to stick with him.
he's willing to take the franchise tag this year at $24 million. They said
Not too
Yeah.
shabby.
I mean, he had a great
Yeah.
year. I mean, if Washington's smart, they're going to build it around him before
Yeah.
they lose him.
Kirk Cousins is a quarter Jewish. Not too shabby.
Not
That's
bad.
not bad money, man. And I think he earned every bit of it this year.
Absolutely.
Now, let's talk about a quarterback maybe who hasn't really earned it, and that's our friend from the Minnesota Vikings, who turned out to be a real bust. And that was a very dumb move the Vikings made, by the way. It looked like a brilliant move at the start of the season, but man, did that sour real fast.
Only question is
And
who else were they going to get?
It's true. It's true. There had to be someone else better, though.
Tony,
You got-
Tony
you have to
Romo?
thi-
What do you
have to
think
think
about
of
that, Roberto?
What you have to think about
The
though-
Vikings. Let's talk about
yeah,
that.
I know. What you got to think about was Sam Bradford's situation was after they started 5-0, offensive linemen were going down.
Yep.
But without Adrian Peterson, his wide receivers were starting to get hurt, so they were like calling people from the practice squad and they're like, "Oh, come on up." So, and he wasn't really trying to throw the ball down the field because he didn't trust his
Okay.
receivers, which he had every right to do so.
What in the hell
So-
are you listening to?
So
Yeah,
you don't.
It's not
So
that
I'm
crap
being harsh.
station
You don't blame Sam
PPRN.
Bradford then. You
sorry?
don't think it wasn't a Sam Bradford? But you just brought up great points, which I didn't know about.
Yeah.
Not only that,
All right.
not only
What
that,
in the
their
hell are
offensive
you
coordinator
listening to?
resigned.
Yep.
I mean, that's
North
big.
Turner,
North
right?
Turner, yeah.
Which, by
Well,
the
that's
way,
because the
I would
players
take
didn't want
him.
to
I
What
would
the
listen.
hell
North
are you
Turner.
listening to?
shut the
I
fuck
hope
up,
it's
Peter.
not that crap.
Jesus Christ, man. Where is that voice from anyway? Taken? You can collect
It's a
you
rock.
can collect your purchases at the end of the evening, you scumbag Egypt wannabe Cairo bastards. Take your women and fuck them by the Great Pyramid.
I'm doing work while you're
And that's coming from
Jesus
Walmart.
Christ, man. We're trying to talk sports here.
No, you're not.
No, you're not. Now you're done. You're out. Get out.
Okay, so what becomes of the Vikings now this year? That's what I want to know.
Well, it's already been reported that I saw a couple days ago that Teddy Bridgewater probably will not
Okay.
be ready for the entire season.
really?
Okay.
Wow.
The knee injury was that devastating. So-
He's never going to be back then. Forget it.
He might be done for the rest of his career. I
Could
mean,
be.
Is it like I was going to say Kirby Puckett. That was the wrong.
I
no,
haven't
no.
seen
Bo,
any videos
Bo
of the
knows
injury.
it's like a Bo.
I haven't
Bo
seen
thing?
any video of the injury, that happened. I don't think there is a video.
Wait a minute.
because
Why
it
not
was
Romo?
just-
Why not Romo? No, they wouldn't do that. They don't want that.
The big thing I'm
So
hearing.
the big news is Romo is done.
Well,
I mean, that's it.
the big thing
As
I'm
I-
hearing
as
is
I pick my nose here.
the big thing I'm hearing is that the owner of the Houston Texans has finally come out and admitted
You can copy.
that the signing of Brock Osweiler
and
to a
edit
4-year, $72 million contract was the biggest mistake he's ever made.
Wow, I
Now
love that.
he's talking about buying him out, releasing him, and they are making a hard push for Tony. They're going to make a
Who?
the Houston Texans.
Brock Osweiler. What did he?
Because the Denver Broncos have
did
already
he
said
take
that their
the
starting
NFL
quarterback
for a
job is
ride?
going to be between Paxton Lynch and Trevor Siemian. They've already decided that.
Now these aren't reports from like actual like people that are in the NFL. These, you know how they spread all the
Oh, yeah.
rumors and stuff. There were things that were showing that Texans are willing to give up J.J. Watt for Tony Romo, Dallas's first round pick of any year.
Wow.
Do I think that will ever happen?
J.J.
No,
Watt
I don't
on
think
Dallas.
that will ever
Can you
happen.
imagine J.J. Watt on Dallas?
You put J.J. Watt on Dallas along with Sean Lee,
Holy
and don't forget Jalen
shit.
Smith, who came from Notre Dame, who didn't play last year, this past year because of a nerve injury that he suffered at the University of Notre Dame. I mean, that defense now all of a sudden just becomes sick. They still need cornerbacks that are going to defend Odell Beckham, Julio Jones, and the best receivers in the game. But you put a J.J. Watt along with Sean Lee and Jalen Smith, forget about it. You might as well just make Dallas the new dynasty, the year 21, whatever it is, the year 20s.
Wow, man. You know, what's with this
And then we'll be
tickety
saying,
type
and then
of
we'll
shit,
be
man?
saying next year, 22 years ago, the Cowboys
all right.
won the Super Bowl. Was the last
That's
Super
all right.
Bowl
They
won.
overachieved this year. They had a heck of a year with a couple rookies. Their future is better than what the Patriots' future is because let's face it, the dynasty is going to come to an end someday.
Is the NFL turning its back too quickly on quarterbacks like Brock Osweiler? Because we all remember Tommy Maddox. I certainly do as a Steeler fan. I mean, he was dumped by Denver and drafted. It's supposed to be this
Best
great
thing that ever
guy
happened to him. Best thing that ever happened to Tommy Maddox was the XFL that 1 year.
Yeah,
Yes.
right.
Brock
That's a good point.
Osweiler wants to prove that.
I mean, is he
was
really
not-
done? Seriously, I think he
Here's
stinks,
what Brock
but-
Osweiler needs to do, Brian. This is
Tell me.
all
I
he
wanna
needs to
hear.
do. All he needs to learn is how to throw the damn ball deep.
Yep.
That's
Okay.
all he needs to do.
Okay.
Not only that, but he also needs to learn how to throw into tight coverage because he was scared.
Yeah.
He tried playing the short game, and DeAndre Hopkins.
You got to
was
think this
barely
guy
getting
still has a
targeted.
place somewhere. He's got to be given another chance somewhere. But the Texans, the thing about the Texans, they can't wait. They can't. They've had 2 years with a great defense, and now
They got a great defense. Now they have the running back,
Right.
The
Lamar Miller.
Texans have a great running back. They got two great receivers in Will Fuller and DeAndre Hopkins. Their tight end, I don't know what his-
Fedorowicz and the kid from UConn, Griffin.
Yep.
I mean, they're good.
They
They're
seem pretty good.
they're quarterback away.
That's it, right. I mean,
They're literally
that's
quarterback away. 'cause
That's
their
a right.
defense is
That's
phenomenal.
a drink of rock.
But let's just say this: the Texans had the #1 defense in the NFL without J.J. Watt. Now match them
sick.
with J.J. Watt.
And Clowney, imagine
Yeah,
that. I mean,
Clowney.
that's just
They're-
No, Clowney was playing the whole year.
No, I know, but
No,
imagine
but he's
Watt
saying
and
now-
Clowney, you
now,
put them
yeah. No, Bob's
because
right.
in the 3 years they've been together, they've never played a full season
Exactly.
They
together.
will-
Exactly.
Together.
They might be losing a big piece though of that front four.
Yeah.
Front
Wolfle.
four.
Well, the thing they'll
They'll
become
probably
they
losing,
can they
Vince
can
Wilfork.
become
Yep.
like Denver. And we all saw last year, not for nothing, that Denver didn't even need to have an offense because their defense was that good.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it. I mean, so that's a good point there, Bob. Now you get like a Trent Dilfer,
can
even
copy,
Brian John,
paste.
anyone who led Tampa.
Elvis
the year with Gruden?
Gerbach. Remember Elvis Gerbach?
Now he was supposed to
Joe
be
Namath.
Yep. Now the Steelers did him in, and look
They
at
made him
guys
look like a dummy.
Remember Mark Rippon with the Redskins?
Mark
How good
Rippon,
was
Doug
he?
Williams.
He was Doug Williams. Those guys were your nemesis against Dallas. But anyway, I think it's going to be an exciting NFL season. Did they ever figure out why the ratings suck so bad?
It's always
It's
that was down their
because the-
presidential year.
It's the
Yeah, the
Yeah.
presidential shit, and what are they going to do different next year? You think? What I mean, Thursday
I don't
night
think
Thursday
I
night
don't think
games are
anything
still.
is going to be different. I just think that it was just the election. It's like that every year, every 4 years
Yeah.
with the election.
All right. Well, I'm listen. I know I'll be watching. I'll watch the Super Bowl. I think for sure.
I like
And,
I like to see them lose the international series because I think that
So
brings
would
the,
I.
I think that brings
So
the
would
ratings
I,
down.
man.
I mean, especially on the left coast when you got to wake up at 6:30 in the morning to have your tea and have
Crumpets?
yes, crumpets and whatever, and you're up
And
from
then make
6:30
sure
in the
you
morning
have
to like
your
10 o'clock at night.
Fish and chips.
My
Yeah.
Pretty bloody awful.
Yeah,
pretty bloody
come on.
awful.
If the Queen wants to go to a sporting event, she's going to go to Wimbledon. She's not going to go to the National Football League, dummy.
Exactly. Are you going into the pub to watch the game on the telly? Get the fuck out of here, you British asshole.
I mean, they're football, soccer. Soccer's
Here
their
is
number
the
one sport.
schedule
Why
for
don't you go
PPRN.
stick your you-know-what
Mondays
at the
from-
Big Ben? Dumb bastard.
bastard.
Hey, why don't you catapult yourself over a moat, you asshole?
Over here, you fucking.
Yeah, you son of a bitch. I'm going to eat my scungelian clams now, you son of a bitch.
Hey, clams are good. Easy there.
I love clams.
Clams are horrible.
We bring clams Monday
then I
night.
have a scungeli salad
Here's the
then with a
schedule for
mozzarella.
PPRN.
All right, so when the
Mondays
Patriots
from
lose
6
Monday night,
p.m. to
we are
8
bringing
p.m.
Chinese
We're
food.
bringing the scorpion
bowls.
Oh, scorpion bowl. Oh, yeah, the Patriot loser. I know. Oh, finally he drink a rot.
And we're bringing clams, and we're bringing calamari because he won't come in to
Yeah,
seafood.
yeah. I'm gonna.
All right,
I
so what do you
swear to
bring
God,
in when
man.
they win?
I'm gonna put some
McDonald's.
Nothing. That's right. Chicken McNuggets.
Yeah, you get an apple pie.
Cheap
I'll tell you
bastards.
what. I'll find a Jack in the Box for you, and I'll bring in a cup of sawdust for when you
Yeah.
throw up all over.
We'll go
the
right down to
place.
Bourgeois King. We'll get him.
Fucking ass.
We'll get him the 10 nuggets for $1.49.
How about
right.
you mother effers go to Mohegan and get me a nice New York strip
Yeah.
steak?
Yeah, you'll be all right.
Sure, I'll get you that from Omaha.
Yeah,
Steaks.
Omaha.
Here is the
Yeah.
schedule for
You can fucking
PPRN.
put that in the grill and throw up all over the place.
I'll go.
God,
I'll go to Big Y and get him a rotisserie chicken.
What do you got to drink around here?
the schedule for PPRN.
Is there anything in the fridge, Bob? I'm thirsty, man. Probably got nothing in there. Oh, he does.
You got your drink right.
Oh, give me a Smirnoff, man. What's that? Yeah, I'll take one of them.
You alcoholic. God
Those are my
damn it.
Stellas from last time. Why not?
From 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, then Peter, you got an opener?
Shut the fuck up.
Sorry
you
about that.
fucking-
Live! All right there, Mr. Peter. Peter.
How's this sound?
Hey, guys, do you know what time it is almost?
It's time to talk about basketball.
It's almost baseball season.
Yay! Dick Williams
The
and
longest
the Reds.
season. Oh.
We want to hear from you out there at 203-992-7776. And thank
Here's
you.
a word from our sponsor.
All righty.
Here is the schedule for PPRN. Mondays from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. It's all things sports with Robbie, Bob, Brian, and Peter. Tuesday and Wed is the round table with musical guest from 7:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Then Saturday is mixtape from 12 p.m. to Sunday 9 a.m.
That's fantastic.
Very
And then,
good.
Then you should follow up with, here's for tonight. PPRN is kind of special. The beer
Here
you
is
pour must say something more somehow. So tonight, let it be low and brow. Now, can you throw the opener down here, asshole, so I can open my beer? God damn it. Son of a bitch. I'm
Nobody has an opener.
Parched.
No opener for you. You call Uber.
Oh, yeah, you had beer some last week in there.
That's what I just said.
Is there any PBRs in there? I don't want one. I just want to know
Any
for tomorrow.
PPRs? What do you have, your own beer now?
He has his
oh,
own
Pabst.
radio
Oh,
network.
Oh,
Four?
people are
His own
Pabst
beer.
Blue Ribbon.
Yeah.
PPRs. I'm so
PBR,
sorry, Peter.
Fucking,
I'm so, yeah.
fucking
Come on,
horse
can you,
fucking
can you
cock.
throw the opener down here?
Ain't nobody got a goddamn fucking opener for your
Do I
stupid
have?
ass.
Do I have to beg? By the way, Peter, I've really missed you. By the way, you know.
You have not.
I really have, man.
Shut your mouth!
I mean, how's
Eureka!
How was Ricky's trip to? I saw some pictures. Where'd she go to
Does
again?
that have to do with sports? Was it anything
No,
to do with
no,
sports?
but didn't she go somewhere like cool?
She
like
went to Texas.
Oh, I know. She went to where Pee Wee Herman, the Alamo. Remember the Alamo? Excuse me, where's the basement? There's no basement at the Alamo. You dumbass Pee Wee Herman. That's one of the best movie scenes there is. Excuse me, when do we get to see the basement? There's no basement at the
countries are
Alamo.
you from? The one with the Civil War, the one with the cocaine, or the one with the fancy hats?
Oh, God.
I'd take the one with the cocaine.
Is that from something,
Hey.
or did you just make that up?
What you mean by that, Mr. Sosa? I'm talking about Omar
All
Suarez.
right,
That piece of shit was recognized by my
Anyway.
associate at lunch today.
Atlanta 40, New England 10.
Wow.
That's-
I'm going to say Atlanta 38. I'm going to say New England 34. That's my pick.
Wow.
Seriously. Atlanta 38-34. It's going to be a shootout 38-34. But you know what? Honestly, it'll probably end up being something like 16-10.
You know what I think? You know,
It's either going to be that or 16-10.
you know what football playoffs is to me?
Tell us,
It's
Pinhole.
5 more weeks until spring.
Yeah. What is that,
To
like
the date?
Groundhog?
That's
Is that-
what it means
Is that a
to
play
me.
for like Groundhog Day or some
No,
shit? Who
because
gives
now
a shit?
the playoffs go into February. now.
Playoffs?
That means, or the Super Bowl goes into February, and now that means spring is upon us.
3 weeks to the Daytona
And guess what?
500.
That
Can I
means the
fucking-
Mustang with the top could be back on the road, baby.
That's fantastic.
Right.
Listen, I think that's great. Now, can I please get something to open my beer now?
Can you let Roberto do his
Can I
pick?
please get
You
some
go with your
cotton
pick
balls
first.
from my nose
Who's this
now?
first?
Here's your teeth.
All right.
Hey, where were you? I'm not eating the tuna. Hey, don't eat
Shut
the
the
tuna.
fuck up!
Thank you.
Can I please get some
Shut the
cotton
fuck
balls
up!
from my nose now? Come on, Peter. Give me an opener, man.
I don't
I'm
have an
thirsty.
opener.
You have it on your
use your
keychain,
teeth.
man.
Use T-Rex.
Excuse me, sir. Sir.
Come on. It's right there. I see it. Just hand that to me, will you? Why don't you make me look like an alcoholic for all our listeners?
Because you are, Alco.
You do a good job of it yourself.
I drink a.
Do you
I
talk
drink
in
a
your
rock.
sleep?
Yeah, you drink a rot in your
I
sleep?
snore.
Make your damn pick already.
I'm trying to, but I got this guy gone.
Okay.
Well, he's quiet. He's quiet.
Robbie, get me those keys and never hand them to him.
No, can you please get me another beer so I can open that one, then I'll give it back to him.
Let me do my pick, damn it.
Just reach behind you. No, I'm not giving him back because then I don't need another beer opened.
All right.
Bob's going to do his pick now. Everyone shut the fuck
Why are you
up.
screaming?
24-21, Matt Bryan hits a 50-yarder at the end of the game to win it.
Fantastic. Durant.
Why do you always get me so technical?
By the way, that was T-Rex saying Patriots will lose by a score of
Robbie's quiet today because he knows. There's a
29
chance.
to 24.
29?
29-24 from T-Rex. Durant.
Robbie's
Durant.
quiet because he knows there's a chance they could lose.
No, I'm quiet because
I don't
everything that
really
you
know if
guys
that's
say
okay. Here, give those
is
back to me.
not facts, and
Here,
I'm
thank you.
just waiting until the week they win, and then I can just let it all
Take
out.
this back
The
from
keys.
Peter.
You know,
And talking
let
to the
it
mic.
The
so-
keys, man.
I will let it go.
Coin. Remember Scooby-Doo, the mummy? Coin.
Final score of the Super Bowl: Patriots will win 33-17.
I really don't care because the real Super Bowl is 3 weeks after that.
The beer you pour.
What?
Daytona
must
500. Then you
something
know
more
spring's coming.
somehow. So tonight.
If you really are going to say that Daytona
Let
500
him
is
talk.
better
Let
than
it
the
be
Super
low
Bowl,
and
you're
brown.
crazy.
They draw more fans than they do in the Super Bowl game. I mean, I know it's
No,
a
they
torch.
don't.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, fans because you could say 100,000 people on a NASCAR track. You can't beat half the damn population of the United States.
Who wants to watch the Patriots? They're
watching-
boring.
It doesn't matter if
I'd rather
it's
watch
the
Beavis and
Patriots
Butthead.
or
Yeah,
the
so would I.
Falcons or the Cowboys. Whatever, it doesn't matter what team playing the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl averages over 100
Teams gonna be
million
Scrabble night at
viewers.
the Clark House.
Dumbass.
Roberto's right.
Dumbass.
But, okay, on that note,
The Cleveland Browns are a top 10 defense.
That's right.
that was funny. Roberto, on that note, though, which I totally agree with you just said, but how do you feel, seriously, that despite people that have made bet and are looking for money on Super Bowl boxes, that everyone in the entire world is rooting for the Falcons? How do you feel about that? Except Patriot fans, obviously, and we know how we feel about them.
Embrace the hate, Brian.
Embrace the hate,
you
okay.
just-
So to you just say you spit in their wounds, right? You say F them.
But you know what? You know
Because I haven't run into one person that says, "Oh, I like the Patriots in
no,
this
no,
one."
I'm gonna elaborate on that a little bit.
But let me tell you how many people I've run into that say, "Fuck the Patriots."
I'm going to elaborate on that because the Patriots have only been relevant since 2001. Pittsburgh and Dallas have been relevant since the 1960s
And let's not forget
1970s,
Green
even
Bay.
with losing
You're
seasons. And
absolutely
Green
right.
Bay, yes.
We've got Green Bay. We've
I'll-
got Pittsburgh.
I'll put
we've
San
got
Fran there.
Dallas.
I'll put
okay?
San
and San
I'll put San Fran there.
in the middle there. Now, the Patriots had their time. They did. But right now, I'm tired of these people saying they're just the best team that's ever played in the history of the NFL. That's bullshit.
It all began at Foxborough when they swept the snow off the field for a 3-0 win over the Dolphins.
right.
Remember that?
I think Ron Meyer was on the sideline
Yes.
for that one, too.
Yes, he was.
And we all know, and everyone and their mother knows that watched that game, that was a fumble. A fumble, as our friend, what's his name, used to say.
Chris Berman.
No, not Chris Berman. Fumble! I was thinking of the guy from college. No,
typical-
Phil Jackson.
Keith Jackson.
Keith Jackson.
Typical-
Fumble! Keith Jackson.
Typical Steelers
not
and
enough
Cowboys
Jennings.
fans talking about the past.
How dare you?
Spygate.
That's ridiculous. That's sour grapes.
11
shit.
out of 12 balls deflated.
The Steelers were the best team in the 70s, God damn it, and I was a young punk.
And they are the worst teams in the 2000s.
No, that's
That's not true. We
No,
the
that's
Steelers
not
have
true
have
at all.
Super Bowls.
That's
Well,
not
it's
true
all
at all.
right.
That's the
It's
Cleveland
all right.
Brown.
That's all right.
Brian, it's okay, though. You know what? Because I give the Steelers more credit than the Cowboys
yeah, you do.
because
okay.
1996 was the last Super Bowl win for the Cowboys.
That's fair.
And in the playoffs, their record is 3-10. Oh, wait. They lost this year.
You know what? I do have to say.
3-11.
It's been 17 years, man. It's been 17 years, Bob. I have to say.
What, 17 years? Hold on.
Hold
on. You said 17 years since the last Super Bowl? 21.
21 it's been?
21
God.
years.
It's been so long, I forgot. Wait a minute. So,
and apparently Jerry Jones forgot, too, how it's like to win.
I just sent something to my friend on Facebook about that. Are you sure about that, Robbie? Wait,
yeah, he's probably right on that.
I am right because I shared a photo not too long ago that said,
it still was
congratulations to the Cowboys. 21 seasons of not winning.
Oh, that was it. I avoided it. Here it is.
That's good.
It's right here.
Much better.
Yeah.
You're right. It's let's just read this. The Dallas Cowboys. Yes, he's right. Having
right.
21 years of choking. I got this from you and I forwarded it to my Dallas friend. This is don't hurt me. Oh. Sorry about that. I thought he was gonna come around. Sorry, you fuck. Sorry,
you fucking fuck.
On that note,
every time he comes around, I think he's gonna kick my. Because somebody needs to beat this shit out of me. I'll tell you that.
Starbucks coffee.
I have my 70-year-old father who got the hole-in-one and down in Florida do it for you.
Yeah.
I'll whack you with it.
Let's talk about that for a minute. What was the yardage on that? How many yards? Par 3?
Yeah, we were playing at Riviera Country Club in Norman Beach, Florida. It was a par 3, 145 yards. That's up the hill. And
wow.
He
cracked the what? It cracked the one with 100 yards?
145.
So what? 7-iron?
He hit an 8-iron.
Wow.
Now,
I was on.
How many people can say this? My father got to see my mother.
Fucking 8-iron for an old man like that? That's a good shot.
I mean, he got to see my
Oh, that's a uphill.
Uphill.
And the pin must have been in the front.
Yeah, dead front left.
Dead front left.
Dead front
all right.
left.
See, I know something about.
You know a little bit, but
not much. I don't really know much.
Long story short, my father got to see my mother get a hole-in-one in Vermont. He got to see me get one at Tunkson's Plantation in Farmington. So I mean, for my mother and I to get to see that, for him to get a home. The only thing was missing was Roberto.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. That's a special. Honestly, that's pretty fucking special.
Yeah.
When I saw that on Facebook, I had to make a comment, but I didn't. And I saw a picture of this. So the picture. Who was taking that out of the hole? That's your father.
The picture was taken when my father was reaching into the hole.
He looks young. He looks just like
he's
you.
70.
He's 70 years old.
Yep.
So he's a young 70. Okay. That's pretty special. But Roberto doesn't really play, though, do you?
I don't play much. No, I get very ticked off.
Does he
I
have
lost
the potential
70
to get a hole in
80
one?
yards. No.
Anybody's got the potential.
No,
I mean, it's
well,
you know what?
The
odds
kind of know what you're doing.
The odds of getting a hole in one for an amateur are 1 in 12,941.
The odds of him getting an amateur, but better odds of Brian shutting the fuck up.
Yeah, that's true.
That is very facts.
And that ain't too good.
Nope.
In other words, Bob, even your best lesson that you could give, Bob, still ain't going to help the average guy.
Over here.
Which, by the way, great plug for your lessons, by the way. When people were like, I could never do that, Bob's like, take a lesson from me and you might have a chance.
That's right.
That's Bob's lessons at 203-992-7776.
And on that note, we're going to take a...
When we come back from the break, Bob's going to discuss about the new NASCAR point system. I'm going to discuss about LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Jimmy Butler trying to take control of their teams and how it's not needed. And Brian will be talking through us throughout the process.
And he'll drink a rod.
Hey, this is Robbie from PPRN All Things Sports, and you're listening to PPRN.
Hey guys, it's Peter from PPRN. Looking for something to do in Naugatuck? Check out D-Man's Bar and Restaurant. It's a local hub offering delicious gourmet burgers, wings, wraps, steaks, and more. Stop by and enjoy their casual atmosphere sitting in the bar, the lounge, or dining room, or kick back on the patio. D-Man's is located at 1370 New Haven Road in Naugatuck. That's 1370 New Haven Road in Naugatuck. D-Man's is going to be broadcasting live a PPRN radio show on Wednesday, July 20th. Go down and check out the PPRN radio show broadcasting live from D-Man's in Naugatuck, 1370 New Haven Road, Naugatuck, Connecticut. That's 1370 New Haven Road. Go check out their patio, their bar, and their lounge. They have great food, too. Also, don't forget to check out D-Man's throughout the week for drink specials and local talent. Once again, check out D-Man's, 1370 New Haven Road, Naugatuck, Connecticut. Tell them PPRN sent you. Hi there, and if you need any kind of work done to your car, you can try DeSilva's Auto Body, located in Naugatuck at 275 Rubber Avenue. Serving the Naugatuck Valley community with the highest quality of craftsmanship for 25 years, we pride ourselves in delivering on our promise of extraordinary customer service and product satisfaction. We have recently expanded our business with in-house experts and industry gold standard equipment. So once again, give us a call at DeSilva's Auto Body, 203-729-5967. That's 203-729-5967, located in Naugatuck on Rubber Avenue. Once again, DeSilva's Auto Body, 203-729-5967. J&M Automotive in Naugatuck, Connecticut has been in business for 28 years. They stock over 450 quality pre-owned cars. They have the highest quality cars with haggle-free price, complete financing for all credit scores. They take all trade-ins. They are rated with the Better Business Bureau AAA. They were voted CTI ADA Quality Dealer of the Year. Visit jnmautomotive.com for cars, pics, videos, and descriptions. jnmautomotive.com. They're located in Naugatuck on 756 and 820 New Haven Road with over 250 cars in the lot. Call them at 203-723-5666. That's 203-723-5666. Also, go check them out on New Haven Road and check out their website, jnmautomotive.com. And tell them PPRN sent you. J&M Automotive in Naugatuck, Connecticut has been in business for 28 years. They stock over 450 quality pre-owned cars. They have the highest quality cars with haggle-free price, complete financing for all credit scores. They take all trade-ins. They are rated with the Better Business Bureau AAA. They were voted CTI ADA Quality Dealer of the Year. Visit jnmautomotive.com for cars, pics, videos, and descriptions. jnmautomotive.com. They're located in Naugatuck on 756 and 820 New Haven Road with over 250 cars in the lot. Call them at 203-723-5666. That's 203-723-5666. Also, go check them out on New Haven Road and check out their
He's
website,
brown, he's round,
jnmautomotive.com.
he's Janet
And tell them
Jackson
PPRN
Nasty. He's your mama's side dude. He's Peter Pinhole, and he is on pprnradio.net. Don't forget to listen to Peter Pinhole Show only on pprnradio.net.
A little bit of disregard, handful of complaints, but I can't help the fact that everyone can see these scars. I am what I want you to want, what I want you to feel, but it's like no matter what I do, I can't convince you to just believe this is real. So I let go, watching you turn your back like you always do. Face away and pretend that I'm not, but I'll be here 'cause you're all that I got. I can't feel the way I did before. Don't turn your back on me. I won't be ignored. Time won't change experience anymore. Don't turn your back on me. I won't be ignored. I am a little bit insecure, a little unconfident, 'cause you don't understand to do what I can, but sometimes I don't make sense. I am what you never want to say, but I've never had a doubt. It's like no matter what I do, I can't convince you for once just to hear me out. So I let go, watching you turn your back like you always do. Face away and pretend that I'm not, but I'll be here 'cause you're all that I got. I can't feel the way I did before. Don't turn your back on me. I won't be ignored. Time won't change experience anymore. Don't turn your back on me. I won't be ignored. No, hear me out now. You're gonna listen to me like it or not. Right now, hear me out now. You're gonna
my revolving dough. Some ladies never come back, most come back for more. I got a house in the hills with a dough that spins, goes in and out and in, round and round again. I live a life these player haters would love to be living. Since a kid I've been surrounded by beautiful women and slipping in them to win them the unforgiven. Still something's missing, cause deep inside I'm suffering of a lonely heart condition. Wishing I could find a girl that'll take me away from the chaos of the city and the everyday part that I play. Tell me why lay low, I say no when I got girls serenading at my window. Ladies good to go, he's major league, the new breed, no so-so. Highly advanced, they got the game to get in any girl's pants. And bro, man's a stone, cause I'm old and hold my own. They call me Shifty Capone, I make 'em moan. Yes, I'm the one, between these sheets I amaze and stun. Ain't no need for me to brag about the way that I'm hung. Let's just say I got the skills to get the flyest girl sprung. Undertaking, making up the lady feel young. Now ladies come, ladies go, I'm my revolving door. Some ladies never come back, most come back for more. I got a house in the hills with a dough that spins, goes in and out and in, round and round again. Now ladies come, ladies go, I'm my revolving door. Some ladies never come back, most come back for more. I got a house in the hills with a dough that spins, goes in and out and in, round and round again.
My girls in rotation, door rotating. You're looking for a good time, I'm always on vacation. You can stop by, baby, if you wanna try your luck. But don't waste my time unless you're down to unless you're coming back for more, then you know what's up. You know the routine, girl, you're not the one, you're just a one-night fling. Some master holders passing over to the right girl pass. And when the right girl pass, I'll drop this lifestyle fast. Cause what I'm really looking for is the one that'll last. To make my present the past, my adolescence surpass. By the will to chill, I'm looking for something real in the world of fake hoes and high heels.
I'll drip hot wax on your causing trouble. And when you ride me, I'll be throwing up that triple-double. My sex drive kicking, I'm sexually exploring. So many possibilities, it seems my life could never get boring.
Cause I ain't fucking around, I rub you down the right way. I rock your world nightly, so can I hit it lightly? Yo girl, I like it like that, let me hit it from the back. I'm a natural aphrodisiac.
Better notice I'm that. Now ladies come, ladies go, I'm my revolving door. Some ladies never come back, most come back for more. I got a house in the hills with a dough that spins, goes in and out and in, round and round again. Now ladies come, ladies go, I'm my revolving door. Some ladies never come back, most come back for more. I got a house in the hills with a dough that spins, goes in and out and in, round and round again. That's right. Now ladies come, ladies go, I'm my revolving door. Some ladies never come back, most come back for more. I got a house in the hills with a dough that spins, goes in and out and in, round and round again. Now ladies come, ladies go, I'm my revolving door. Some ladies never come back, most come back for more. I got a house in the hills with a dough that spins, goes in and out and in, round and round again.
We're rolling suicide.
Self-righteous suicide. I cry when angels deserve to die. Wake up, grab brush and put a little makeup. I just got to fade away.
self-righteous suicide. I cry when angels deserve to die. And my self-righteous suicide. I cry when angels deserve to die.
We are live.
We're back?
We're back.
Plug my phone in, goddammit. I hope you pay the electric bill.
Ryan's phone is...
This segment being brought to you by Bud Light.
Your phone is worse than mine.
Then we got some Bud. Is it not working? No. You gotta just turn
Throwback Monday.
Turn the cord back, like... Oh, my God. A blast from the past as Robbie gets me Starbucks coffee for the Steelers losing the championship game. And he really rubs salt in my wounds, or coffee beans in my wounds, I should say, because it's not grounded. So what the hell am I going to do with ungrounded coffee? Roberto!
Come over here and find your...
You know, Don Juan from Colombian is saying, even Don Juan knows how to grind coffee, for Christ's sakes.
Why don't you just chew and eat it?
Did you get it to work, Bob? You
ain't working.
Patience. Okay.
Leave it there for now. See what happens.
No, it's oh, fuck it, man. I'll wait for.
You're all discombobulated. What the hell?
I need my phone
today.
But you're working on the radio.
Yeah, don't worry.
All right. So what's the deal with this whole NASCAR point system?
Well, the first thing, breaking news today about Michael Waltrip. Michael Waltrip is retiring this year after this year's Daytona 500. But what's going on is Monster Energy is now taking over the series for NASCAR. So what's going on is very simple. What happened was last year the Truck Series went to a thing what's called stages, which if you go to like Stafford Motor Speedway, it's like a heat race.
Okay.
So what NASCAR is doing this year is they're giving out a lot more points to the drivers this year. So what's going to happen is there's going to be 3 stages in the race. So if you come in the top 10 in the stages, you're going to get a certain amount of points in the first and the second. If rain is a factor, if the second stage is done, whoever's the leader after the second stage is going to be the winner of the race. They used to have a thing where if you led the most laps, you'd get an extra point toward your series standings. That's not happening this year.
I agree with that.
I do too.
Because you had people that were like in 37th place, and then when the green flags was still going around and the guys who were in front were taking pit stops, the guy who was at 37th is all of a sudden in first place. Oh, you got a point. Congratulations.
Right. Yeah,
it's like
bullshit.
getting a participation trophy. Right, Brian?
Might as well be playing Atari pole position. I totally agree. That was a bullshit system.
Right. Now, when it comes to the third stage, the first 2 stages, your caution laps are going to count. So if your second or first stage ends under a caution, you win that stage, and you're going to get 15 points toward what's going to be now known not as the chase, but they're actually going to call it playoffs.
Playoffs?
Yes.
Playoffs?
Yes.
We're talking
about playoffs?
Right.
We got to win a goddamn race.
Right.
Not the game.
Now, what's going to happen is
Roberto.
at the end of every race, the winner's going to get 40 points. The second place is going to get 35. And it's going to go down to the top 35 where they go, and I don't know the exact breakdown, but the 35th finisher is going to get 2 points. Where 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40, the final 5 places are only going to get 1 point. So it's at a premium to have all these cars out there at the end. And the Truck Series went to it last year to the stage thing. The ratings went up. The quality of the races were better. And at the third stage, if there's a green-white checker, that's still going to be the same thing. It's going to be a green-white checker finish. So that's not changing. Qualifying for the playoffs is the same, where it's going to be the top 16 drivers that are in the top, the top of the program there. After the third race in the playoff system, the lower four are going to be eliminated, but points are really, really going to be really, really big. NASCAR is not going to allow teams to replace body panels during the race, so if the nose comes off, guess what? You're stuck without a nose, buddy.
Oh, I love that, man. I like exposure to the elements.
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
so
smell
and all that.
Wait, doesn't that increase the odds of a nice crash and a car fire? Because that's what we're all looking for in auto racing.
But no, I mean it's a lot of
compliments of George Carlin. Rest in peace.
We don't want that to happen to Sanford Racing.
No, Sanford Racing, they're not going to lose any body parts. They got it going on. But no, I like what NASCAR is going to do this year with all the new point changes. I think it's going to be good to see, instead of having a Jimmy Johnson or Denny Hamlin winning by 14, 15 seconds the whole race. I mean, after like the first stage and the second stage, it's going to bring the field back together. So at the end, the best car is still going to win it anyway. But let's face it. I mean, all these cars are set up so aerodynamically equal. It comes down to the drivers. I mean, they make the changes to where they get it, to where they're comfortable. So I mean, it's gonna make for a very interesting season.
Do they still have the Winston 500 Winston cigarettes, or is that like
no.
am I like way off?
You're way off.
But Winston was a fine cigarette product. I remember the Winston 500. It was won by a guy named Winston.
Earnhardt.
Earnhardt.
No, you know what? No. The Winston became the Charlotte race. I mean, now they got the 600 and the 500 there.
Really?
Yeah.
So no more Winston. But now it's the Camel 500 or the Camel.
Is it still Sprint?
No, it's a Salem Lights.
It's now the Monster.
Also, it's
Bless
Monster.
you, Pinho.
It's now the Monster Energy, not the Monster Energy Cups NASCAR Cup Series. So I mean that's another big change as well. I mean Sprint.
That is a big change because they were sponsored with Kyle Busch. I don't know if they're still going to be sponsored.
No, they won't be sponsoring him anymore. They're just going to sponsor the
So
whole
he's probably
series.
going back to the M&M Peanuts.
M&M, Skittles, whatever he does. Now they had Kurt Busch for a while also.
Dude, he definitely has to have cavities with all that freaking.
And then the other thing too.
Doesn't he drive in the Topol 500?
Right. Besides Michael Waltrip retiring, there was a big shock about a month ago with Carl Edwards retiring. I mean, he's in the prime of his career. He just
that was crazy when you told me.
Let's talk about that.
It.
Yeah, I mean,
alcoholism or what was?
He
called the career.
Ever since Dale Earnhardt died, a lot of these up and coming race car drivers, they want to get out while the health is good. Jeff Gordon, for example, while his health is good, got out. I mean, he had some back injuries and all that, so I mean that's pretty understandable. But Carl Edwards was like 37. I mean, he's been competing for a couple championships. He just didn't get the job done. He's getting out, being replaced by 21-year-old Daniel Suarez, who just won the Xfinity Series, which is the level down below.
So you know what? Not for nothing. George Carlin was right. They're worried about a bad crash and a car fire. They're worried about dying when they got millions of dollars. It seems like there's been a lot of there's been some bad deaths, man.
Now the real scary part, and I'm a big fan of his, is Dale Earnhardt Jr. He hasn't raced in about 18 to 20 races after he suffered a concussion. He's finally been medically cleared to race, but this is like his second or third concussion in 7 years. I mean, there's a time.
Right.
I mean, he just got married to his girlfriend, Amy. They've been going out for ages.
Must be a ton of family money there. What the hell does they need to race
for?
I mean,
he hasn't won. He's won what was called at the time the Busch Series Championship, which is now the Xfinity. His career, in his words, is not defined
until there was a cat in here for a second.
Not a legend.
Until he wins that big championship, he doesn't feel like his legacy is cemented.
Right.
I agree.
And it must be so hard
only one
to
title.
really,
He was supposed to be. Everyone was expecting
he's walking
him.
in his father's footsteps, man.
And you know what? And you know what? I mean,
giant steps are what they take.
The other racer who was like that was Kyle Petty. Kyle Petty was in the footsteps of Richard Petty.
Yep.
And then they had who was his son that got killed? Adam.
I have no idea about that.
Adam Petty, 19 years old, got killed. Right after that, Kyle Petty retired, and because his career was like mediocre. I mean, Dale Jr.'s, it's better than Kyle Petty's, but is it a Hall of Fame career? No. No, he has to win that one championship. I mean, he won it.
Fuck out of here!
Aren't these just a bunch of crazy goddamn rednecks drinking moonshine and they're just too goddamn dangerous for their own good? That's why they should be on the highways. They're on these little tracks.
You two would have loved the story on ESPN 30 for 30, who was like, he just partied, flying high, and if he didn't catch AIDS, he probably would have won a couple championships. Tim Richmond, he used to live on a yacht. He has to have his own apartment in New York. I mean, some of the things he did with the race car was just phenomenal. But then after that, the parties he would throw.
What was
Oh my
doing?
God,
He was sticking his dick
drinking
in the tailpipe. Is that how he got AIDS? What? I mean,
go watch that. Go watch that 30 for 30 on Tim
30
Richmond.
for 30.
I mean, you could
Peter,
see,
you heard about that? 30 for 30.
You could see where he would drink a rot, and they were questioning if he was on other stuff, which he probably was.
I bet you the theme song for that show was "Life in the Fast Lane." Lose. There were lines on the mirror, lines on her face.
You ever see the movie Stroker Race?
Love that movie.
He's in it.
Really?
He's in it.
Oh
yes.
my God, Stroker Race is one of the best movies ever made.
Yes,
I'm telling you, Burt Reynolds, Lonnie Anderson, Ned Beatty, and Bubba Smith,
and Tim Richmond.
Tim Richmond's unbelievable, man.
No,
what? And the guy from the Dale and the Hardy Boys played the one guy. Remember? Mm-hmm. What a great movie, man!
Great.
I love. Remember he and what's his name was the pit crew guy was.
Wasn't it Bubba?
It was the guy with the accent. The whatever. Howdy. Stroker Ace. And he had Lonnie Anderson on his face. Sorry about that.
It wasn't the first time either.
All right.
Okay, now back to Roberto. Oh.
Okay, so.
Good stuff there, Bob, with NASCAR. Excellent. That portion brought to you by Skull Bandits.
I want to bring up something that's happened in the NBA right now.
And Ricola cough drops for Peter Pinhole. Ricola.
What a fucking muzzle for you.
I agree.
Time for the tea kettle. This portion about to be a little bit.
Coming soon to KJBJ Radio is the Brian Sports Show.
Oh, no. Easy there, story time. You sound so much like him when you do that.
My girl's like, Daddy, every time you laugh, you sound like a tea kettle. Okay, back to Roberto.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Positive?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Baseball. Basketball.
LeBron James came out last week and was talking about how he needs a playmaker. The Cavaliers need a playmaker to have a good team. He goes, it's hard. It's really getting hard.
Talking about his cock? Or?
He could be. He says it's great to have bodies. Obviously, in the playoffs, you go down to 8 max, and somebody gets in foul trouble, you go to 9. You're not playing back to backs. You have 2 days in between. You're able to lock in. Like when you don't have bodies, it's tough. The effing grind of the regular season. We're a top heavy team. We have a top heavy team. We top heavy as shit. It's me, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love, it's top heavy.
That's some nerve, that
He didn't
guy.
actually mention him, but he goes, it's me, it's top heavy, but obviously he's alluding to Kyrie and Kevin Love. He says, we need a effing playmaker. I'm not saying you just go find one.
Are you talking about Carmelo Anthony,
like
baby?
you can't go outside and see trees. I didn't see that.
I want my friend Carmelo here. I don't care what it takes.
Now this is...
He's got some nerve, that
LeBron.
This is what
gets me. A week before he said that, it was either a week or 2 before that, they made probably the biggest steal of a trade with the Atlanta Hawks getting Kyle Korver, trading away a first round. I think they traded away a first round pick, but they also traded away Mike Dunleavy, who didn't fit that system at all like they expected, and Mo Williams, who's basically just riding the bench, getting paid millions of dollars, winning a championship ring, no productivity. So
no productivity.
No productivity.
But my point being is you got a legend team right now, basically, that people are going to talk about. It's going to go down in history as one of the best. And you're demanding from your front office what you need. Now, did you ever see Michael Jordan?
Oh!
Jordan never did that. Bird never did that.
Did you ever see Michael Jordan tell his front office, you need to go do this, you need to go do that?
Actually, I have a story for that. I'm going to stop you. Michael Jordan stopped Gino from opening a fucking restaurant underneath his at Monique.
Yes.
But what does that have to do with the
Who's
NBA?
Gino?
Because you just said Michael Jordan doesn't do stuff like that.
That's nothing to do with the
That has
NBA.
nothing to do with the NBA.
That's nothing to do with
He's
the
part
NBA.
of the NBA. Jordan.
No,
Did-
Peter.
Oh, yeah, he's
I'm
talking about his basketball
Peter,
team.
You're way
No, I know where he's going with
Way
that, but
Peter, why don't you go blow your nose?
Yeah.
Why don't you clean up the fucking mess you just made? Because I'm not your fucking bitch.
Why don't you go blow your nose again?
why don't you go get table 5 scorpion ball?
All right, my point
Peter,
being,
there's no
you've
mess
never
here.
seen legends like Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan. They never went to the front office, or better yet,
Ever.
not even like go to the front office, but blast the front office in front of the media saying, we need this and we need that.
You're goddamn right they didn't.
At least with not a violin.
They were men.
At least he should have.
They were men.
You're right. At least he should have brought a violin and be like, do 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 do. I want Carmelo Anthony here,
it's
or
crazy 'cause
somebody
right
like
as soon as I
Durant.
start-
Durant.
As soon as I started giving LeBron James respect after winning that championship against Golden State, it's like all my respect is gone. Back out the goddamn
window. I totally agree.
And here I
know
was
what?
saying that if he wins again this year, he could be the greatest of all time. No.
You know
I don't
what?
even think I can say
Not
that
for
anymore.
nothing, LeBron. Tell it to the deep fryer at Popeyes, because nobody gives a shit what you think anymore. You got your championship.
Stop screaming.
Oh, sorry. You cursed off the whole city of Cleveland with effing this and effing that, dropping F-bombs.
This is awful.
You had your moment in the spotlight. Now move on and shut the fuck up. Roberto's right.
Jimmy Butler and Dwayne Wade, which I also wanted to talk about, called out their teammates and told each and every single one of them what they're doing wrong and that they're the problem with the team. Now, how is that showing leadership?
Exactly.
Rajon Rondo, after the whole meeting, posted a picture
Close that lid.
of himself, Paul Pierce, and Kevin Garnett and said, when we had problems, we worked it. These veterans worked through it with us together. They didn't single everybody out
Garbage
and
cans
try.
in the worst place.
They
Move
didn't
your
single
chair.
out everybody and try to call out all their weaknesses and everything.
The NBA is so
Basically saying-
The NBA players are so selfish nowadays. Not like the days when you said with Bird and Magic and all that. I mean, it's
Absolutely,
just,
man. It's
they
despicable.
They demand so much attention. They wanted their way of the highway because at the end of the day, it's coming down to the millions of dollars that they're making.
Yeah, they know how much
They're spoiled.
making. It's don't they understand? Everyone needs to get a little piece of the pie. There's a little sliver of mozzarella cheese for everyone, and LeBron's getting more than his share of that Papa John crap.
I don't think he's endorsed by Papa John.
No.
It's the same story, man. Domino's, it's all the same shit. The whole pizza sucks.
Domino's is pretty good.
What?
I don't like. I think Pizza Hut still got the best
No,
pizza, man.
you can give your Carl Norio job from the Pizza Hut.
You know, a Little Caesar's a good deal too. Anyway, yeah, no, Roberto's right about what Roberto said. I mean, what someone said.
Huh?
What LeBron?
Howard Johnson is right about Samuel L. Johnson being right. Blazing Saddles. Qualifications: rape, arson, murder, and rape. You said rape twice. I like rape. Now, back to basketball with Roberto.
Oh, before we do that, I got to give this kid kudos here. I was in Florida, and he won, and our team won 2 games because of his coaching. We're now 4-0. He did a great job.
Fantastic, man. Let's talk about what was that? What was
the team that we coached together?
Cool.
We had 2 games last week, and one game we won by 5, and then the game Friday night his team won by 5 because I wasn't there, and then on Friday night they blew them out by over 20.
Do you feel about being such a big fan of the NBA, Roberto, that you can pass your knowledge on to the youngsters of
That's
today's
what I try
world?
to do. That's what I try to do.
I mean, because you really know your basketball, bro. I mean, and you love it.
I love it, and I
that-
love what I can talk about without being interrupted.
Oh, sorry about that. Okay, that's a good point.
But I'll tell you that.
You know how mad he gets.
Let's
I
let
don't
him talk,
understand.
man. He wants to talk more about.
I mean, as much as
I didn't interrupt you when you were bashing about the football games.
yeah, about the Cleveland Brown.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah,
And
I should do that
I
more
do
often.
like my coffee
you
too,
should.
so I gotta shut up now.
Actually, it might be your turn to talk pretty soon, so I'd be ready.
Yeah, I mean, you wanted to talk about you told me that you wanted to talk about the difference between the Steelers and the Patriots.
Yep, I would talk about that, but I want you to finish.
No,
your
I
thoughts.
finished it. I mean, I'm done now.
No, you have more to say. You have more to say. There's more
No,
to talk about.
there's really nothing more to
All
say.
right, well, then let me.
Actually, before we go into that, quick question for you.
And then I have a question for you.
The rumors about Carmelo Anthony being
That's exactly
being
what I was
traded.
going to ask.
Now,
Yes.
before we get into that, Stephen A. Smith today, your buddy,
Yeah.
went on First Take and basically said that Phil Jackson is the reason why the Knicks are playing horrible.
Yes.
Now, he's like 80 and I forget the number, 80 like a 104, 124, something like that as a general manager.
Horrible.
Proves a point.
87, yeah.
Proves a point.
That's what I was trying to explain to you.
Right, where great coaches don't necessarily make
no.
great general managers.
Absolutely.
Now, Larry. I don't know of any great coach or great player in the NBA who's gone into being the GM and succeeded. Now, in the NFL, it's different, obviously, with John Elway and all that. I get that. But in the NBA, it's totally different. I mean, you're a coach for a reason. You're not the general manager. He's not even a GM. He's the president of the operations for the New York Knickerbockers, who are supposed to be one of the elite franchises in all of basketball who has not won a championship since the 1972 era with Walt Clyde Frazier.
And Phil Jackson.
I first of all, I blame, more recently I blame Dolan for that, the Jackson move. And then I blame Jackson, first of all, for Kurt Rambis. I mean, where did Kurt Rambis even earn? And it became such a big baby that Kurt Rambis couldn't be the coach. Then instead he goes out, he gets a guy who's not a bad coach. He's Hornacek's a good coach, but there are so many other people that they wanted, other candidates that were not even interviewed. And that is a big mistake right there.
And it
was all like it was sour grapes about, I want my buddy Kurt Rambis who I promised the job to. Tough shit, Jackson. You don't get to do it that way in New York.
And then on top of it, now Carmelo is saying that as much as he wants to stay with the New York Knicks, he is more than willing to waive his no-trade clause. And you know what? Wow.
That's what I was getting at. That's where I thought Robbie was going anyway with his.
You're live.
Hey, Peter Pino. This is Biker Mike from the Screaming Eagle Band.
Hey, what's going on, buddy? We're talking sports today.
You're talking sports today. Well, I love the Whalers.
All right.
Hartford Whalers. Dun, 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 dun.
I wish they were still around, man.
That was a great hat, by the way. It reminded me, wasn't there a sandwich of the Whaler at Burger King? It was a great sandwich, too.
The whale.
The whale, yeah. No, I love the symbol of the Whalers.
So what do you guys think of the NHL, really? Seriously. You know, I mean, it's such an underrated game. And
I agree.
Actually, I want your opinion. What do you think of this new move this year with the All-Star game going 3-on-3?
I thought that was pretty damn cool. It made it something a little bit more for the guys to work for.
Yeah.
You know, they wanted, especially the goaltenders, because they switched the goaltenders every period, and of course, they wanted to win. They wanted to win their period. Not that they didn't want to win it before, but it just gave them a little something more to win. You know what I mean? Something worth more than just a fancy game where all the superstars come together and it's such a high-scoring game. No, they wanted to prove that they can win.
Totally agree.
That they can shut them out.
That is a great point, Paul. I agree. The All-Star game is that's exciting.
2 All-Star games in one day, the NHL and the Pro Bowl. I mean, how good is that?
You can't beat that. And I loved the way they picked the players. But how about Gretzky and Lemieux and Bobby Orr all agreeing that Gordie Howe was by far the best NHL player? I mean, they're not all being good guys, but those are 3 class acts right there. And I have to say, those are
legends that were there.
The legends of the legends.
Words, you know what
I
mean?
Absolutely.
Those young all-stars that have a chance to shake hands with those guys and meet all those guys has got to be an incredible feeling, because I know I was a hockey player for 30 years.
Oh, wow.
Former junior Olympian. And I got to tell you, man, that's got to me, I get the goosebumps just thinking of
they're humbled.
That you'd be able to be in that kind of surrounding.
They're humbled by the moment. You can tell. Unlike basketball, you can tell what I'm a bigger fan of hockey than basketball. And it's for this reason right now, as the caller is saying, I'm humbled by the hockey. You just feel like so much more respect for the hockey player than the guys like LeBron James, the crybabies of the NBA. That's really the way I feel. And I'm now that football's over for my team anyway, I'm very excited about the NHL. I really am. And I love the All-Star game. Just really just rejuvenates that following now.
You know what I like the most about the All-Star game? It's not the game itself. It's what they do beforehand. It's the skills competitions that they do and the skills that these guys have. I mean, we all know how to run and walk. It's pretty much part of life. You learn that as you grow up as a kid, you know. But to become a hockey player, you have to learn how to skate, and that in its own right is a skill that like no other. It is a sport like no other. There's a skill involved that is not natural. Running is natural for most people, but skating is something you have to learn, and it's a dedication that is unlike
It
any
ain't
other
easy.
sport
I've
out there.
tried.
My 8-year-old learned it in fucking not even a month. I was so shocked.
And
He plays hockey now.
It's not a sport. It's not a sport where you can just at age 14 say, "Oh, I'm going to go out. I'm going to go out and I'm going to go put up."
8-year-olds are playing it like fucking 20-year-olds.
They're starting at 4 or 5
it's
years
5
old now.
degrees. Let's go down to the pond and let's skate around. Most people just like they drown.
I would enjoy hockey if I didn't have to fucking freeze my ass off.
That's true too.
I had a friend of mine last night up at Watertown. He had a major scare because his son got rushed to the hospital because of a hockey injury. Luckily, it was nothing. It was just a few sprains. But I mean, they took him out on the gurney, had a neck brace on, and everything.
Yeah, it's for real. It's
I
real
mean,
action. It's
for the
real
most
violence,
part,
and I like
the
it.
NFL, most of the guys are standing still when they're hitting each other. You
Right.
get those few hits, like when the wide receiver catches the ball and the dude's running at full speed and he tackles him. You do get those nasty hits, absolutely.
Absolutely
from
right.
big guys. But in the NHL, some of these guys are going 30, 40 miles an hour on their skates.
Oh, yeah.
And when they hit you into the boards like that, I mean, that takes a special breed of person to be able to handle that.
Double calls. We're getting whacked here now.
We got another call, Mike. We got to let you go.
Mike, excellent
Thanks
call.
for the call,
Hey,
Mike.
You get back to us, Mike.
Thank you, bud.
I'm
You're live on PPRN. Hello?
PPRN, you're live. Don't be nervous. Speak up, son. Turn your microphone down.
Hello?
Tell your father.
Hello?
I think it's Uncle Bob.
Yeah, it is Uncle Bob.
I thought it was Uncle Bob.
I just wanted to correct something that was said there that was incorrect.
I'm sure it was me. What did I say wrong?
In the second three-time, Jordan went to the front office and the press and said the Bulls had to get Dennis Rodman or they wouldn't win.
Right.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
we know history that it happened.
That's it. See. So Uncle Bob, Otherwise, I think it was you. I think it was you who said that, Roberto.
Yeah.
I think so, Roberto. You were wrong on that point, then, weren't you?
Apparently, but I bet it wasn't a big media thing like it is with LeBron James.
Oh, yeah.
Well, then, if it wasn't, then why does Uncle Bob know so much about it?
Hold on. I mean, Bob, keep going with this.
You didn't have the internet back then.
You sure didn't. You
But
sure
it
didn't have
was a
Facebook
huge-
either.
Huge thing in the Chicago press. They were calling Jordan a prima donna and all that other crap.
I absolutely remember Rodman, and meanwhile, Rodman is bankrupt today. He's totally got every Hep C and all the other diseases.
That's got nothing to do with what we're talking about.
No, that's sure right, but we want to get to the person we're talking about here. But you're right, But yet, my point is with that, Bob, is all those things said, he played a vital role in helping them win a championship. And I believe,
helping them win two
and they were
championships.
not rebounding a lick. You're absolutely right. Before that was their only downfall. You are absolutely right, Bob.
And the thing with Rodman, it started with him, with the Bad Boys when he was a part of the Detroit
Pistons,
with Bill
man, the Bad
Laimbeer,
Boys.
Rick Mahorn, Isaiah
Yep.
Thomas, Vinnie Johnson. That can go on
Jordan
and on.
was crying for that physical element under the boards. They didn't have it, and he went, we need Rodman. It's been happening for years. Uncle Bob is right. And our host, Robbie's wrong.
And Brian's a cocksucker.
Well,
And we're live.
Old enough. He's not
Well,
old
that's
enough to
true.
remember
That's
what was
true.
going
he wasn't.
on back then.
No, I mean,
That's right, Bobby. Throw yourself a bone, man. You were crapping in your diapers, and we know that Bob wasn't changing them for sure.
Actually,
right?
No, I did.
No,
I
I'm
did.
just kidding, man.
I actually got poop on my face
a lot. Yeah, you got it.
You sound proud of
But
that.
I'm proud of my
Okay.
son.
That's
Good.
all I wanted to say.
Hey, Bob, good
All right,
hearing
Bob.
from you, Uncle Bob.
I'll see you
Take care.
Wednesday.
You get back to us now. That's Uncle Bob, Storytime Bob.
All right.
Excellent,
All right, see ya.
excellent. Yeah, the NBA is loaded with crybabies, generation after generation, but this is the more modern version, and I kind of agree with Robbie. I mean, it's the way LeBron, I don't know, it just seems like it's coming out more like there's not, I haven't heard anyone call up and really say, everyone's like, what gives LeBron the right? And they're over the cap. Now, in the case of Uncle Bob saying, where were the Bulls? Was there cap? back then?
There's always been cap, yeah.
There's always been a cap. So I don't know that. So, and the Bulls probably had expended to the point where they were profitable and whatever, but I mean, Cleveland's not going bankrupt anytime soon, but they are capped out, are they not? And LeBron is making waves in a situation where he shouldn't because there's no more money to spend.
It's LeBron's team. LeBron tells them
You're
exactly
absolutely right.
what
It
to
is.
do. That's why when they were 30-11 last year, David Black got fired. Is because LeBron.
Yep, that's right. But because LeBron got him fired, which is the saddest thing. What is he doing today, by the way, that guy?
Who?
The one he got
Dave
fired.
Black, I think he's coaching back in Russia. And he was known for being one of the most dominant head coaches in Russia.
Really?
And then he came over to the NBA,
Well,
and he did a pretty good
If that's
job.
for nothing, then I kill a communist for fun, as Tony Montana said in Scarface. And get the communists out of here. You know, the communists. Oh, sorry about that, Robbie. That's right. Going off track again there.
It's all good. So I'm really.
I'm pretty
interested to
impressed
hear
that you
what
knew where
gotta
that
say
guy
about-
went, by the way.
I'm really.
You knew that guy was
I'm
coaching
really
in Russia.
interested to
Pretty
hear
impressive.
what you wanted to do your compare and contrast between the Steelers and the Patriots.
If you well, this is you had asked me prior to the game, and this is what I was thinking of, and I knew where this was going before, but I was thinking about the Patriots and the Steelers, and we're talking about the dynasties before, because to me in my lifetime, 49 years old, you got the Packers, then you got the Steelers, then as Bob said, you have the Niners,
Good
and then
evening.
you have Dallas, and then you have New England. To me, those are the dynasties.
I don't know what you're talking
But
about.
by far, if I were to say, and my recollection is obviously, much better than now today than it was back, when I was wearing my Franco Harris jersey. But the Patriots with Belichick and Brady are definitely in everyone's mind. That's my point about it. They're in awe of them. And I know it's actually, I didn't realize they've only won one Super Bowl in the past 11. But still, it just seems like the Patriots are always there. Now, before that, they won 3 or 4, which is pretty big. You want to do violins, Peter, that's fine. But what I was going to say is that the difference between a Belichick and a Brady as compared to a Tomlin and a Roethlisberger is real. It's night and day. And you saw it on Championship Sunday. You just saw it, and you saw it right from the start of the game. Tomlin just lacking in so many areas in game preparation. And you look at it also in the staff. Haley, a horrible offensive coordinator. Since Dick LeBeau left, the Steelers' defense is not a speck of what it once was. With the tools that the Steelers have, if you put those tools in the hands of a Belichick, you have the Steelers in the Super Bowl. In the hands of Tomlin, you have people playing golf. So my point, kind of long and short.
Excuse me, golf?
Yeah,
Come
whatever,
on, man.
Whatever. It was really.
Your case, pocket pool.
The point was Robbie. Now, if the Steelers had maybe slightly dominated or even won the game how the Patriots had, then I kind of could have seen maybe you see a little bit of the changing of the guard. You see Steelers going for their 3rd Super Bowl, and then you kind of have a little bit of a debate. But to me, the argument is there is no debate. The Patriots, to me, are by far one of the best football organizations that I've seen in my lifetime. And Belichick and Brady are the best /QB coach combination. And you can't compare them to what the Steelers, who are just second rate.
You can't even
Thank
you can't even compare that to Washington, Montana, and that was the best going of all time.
You can't compare it to Aikman. And,
Oh, no,
and Johnson.
I want to go that
Yeah,
far.
No, that's what I mean. That's my point. That's my point. Bradshaw did say that Tomlin's nothing more than a cheerleader, and Tomlin had the chance to deface that, to really stick it to Bradshaw. Instead, he ended up looking bad. You got more people after that game that were saying, what was Tomlin doing?
Fucking Brown,
And what he did was lay a fat egg. And
Ramona.
that's all I'm going to say about that. Thank you for no one interrupting.
A fat egg, wow.
Fat
You
egg.
want me to make you
Feels
happy
nice
with
not
my
getting
mouth?
interrupted, huh?
Well,
now remember that when we
anyone
talk.
could interrupt
Now
you.
remember when we talk.
No, I was kidding when I said that. I don't mind getting interrupted. I really don't. I don't give a shit when people interrupt me, but
Mechanical,
I do have to try
degrading,
not to
pulling
do
gravel
it.
from my knees sex.
I try. I should try not to do it, Robbie. Robbie loves basketball, and I really do like talking about basketball, but I always cut him off. I don't know why, and I'm
You know
sorry.
what basketball I don't like right now? UConn basketball. The
Tell
men's.
us.
Didn't they win
men-wise.
yesterday?
Oh, they
Saturday.
won? Aren't they still under 500?
I don't
Are
know.
you
Saturday.
satisfied?
Saturday.
Are you
Talk
satisfied?
about that, Roberto.
Let's talk about the team that going into the season was ranked number 18th in the country and is under 500 and is completely underperforming. And then you have yourself
Wait a
satisfied
minute.
with one win.
Saturday they played good.
Another
No,
win?
they played Saturday at the XL Center against Tulane. Beat
No. They played at
78-68.
Gamble. I was there. They played at Gamble.
All right, what?
The women played it.
Well, wherever it was, the men won.
Wow.
I mean,
I was right there.
I'm sorry, Peter nailed your ass.
That's
But
all
the
right.
goddamn guy was at the game.
Hey, I was in Florida. I'm just going by what I'm reading off here. But this is the one thing I'm going to defend UConn on real quick.
What, the women's team?
No, the women's team just unstoppable.
You know the women's team missed 45 shots and they still won by 40 points?
Oh, yeah. But,
Lethal.
Oh, my God.
well, no, when it comes to the UConn men,
They're deadly.
It's quite simple. I mean, they're only playing 7 guys right now. The injury bug just nailed them so hard this year. I mean, you lost.
Big deal. So I got a cold. What's the excuse?
You lost 2 of the top players that were in the starting 5 or top 6, 7 out for the year with injuries. What also didn't help was when you had Daniel Hamilton leave for the draft. I
They're
mean, that was
doing
just
so
dumb.
bad, Gamble doesn't even sell out.
That was even before the season even happened,
Yeah.
though.
No, I know, but they're
heading into the season,
Gamble
they
doesn't
were
even
ranked
sell
the
out.
18th
I understand.
best team in the country,
I wanna ask
and
Peter,
they got
seriously.
destroyed by a shit team no one's even heard of.
What was the crowd? What was the crowd like, Peter? What was the atmosphere? Tell us about the atmosphere the other
was
night at
dead
Gamble.
in there.
Dead?
You can drive and not have to worry about fucking...
It was dead?
Yes.
Look at that. When
was
is
dead.
when is it ever dead? at
We were able
UConn
to come out of the
basketball
station,
game?
get in our car,
When
and
is
not
it
be in
ever
traffic.
dead?
Really?
I'll tell you this.
Other than the XL Center, when is it ever
It's
dead
been
in stores?
in stores for the men. It's been dead for a while because it
No,
hasn't.
that's
Yes,
not
it
true
has.
because
Last
I
year,
have multiple friends that go to store basketball
Actually,
games.
Gamble doesn't do well at all.
No, they don't.
No,
No, they
it
don't.
does a lot better in the XL Center.
So what do you think the implications might be of this year after this season?
I don't understand if you're...
Fired!
If
No.
you- if-
Fired.
Here's
No, he
the
won't
problem.
No, Kevin Ollie's a great coach. If they get rid
The
of Kevin
problem
Ollie,
is,
big mistake.
you have the Gamble. Why not use it for every game?
Because
Why are we using the XL Center and leaving Gamble empty?
Because you can fit 16,000 in the.
But they're not fitting 16,000.
No, I know they're not. I know they're not. But
They're lucky to get 10,000.
But yeah, but
Wow.
what they're trying to do
That's
is
piss poor.
There's over
Connecticut doesn't have
30,000
any patience for losers.
Listen, there's over 30,000 students at campus.
I was going to say, where the hell are they?
should
You're
have
right.
What they should have done is made Gamble a 15 to 20,000 seat arena like Rupp Arena, like the Dean Smith Dome down in North Carolina. They didn't do the job right when they
Yeah, but even
built
when they
Gamble.
have a game, I know it's a terrible stadium, but
Well, it is, but I mean,
they don't have a fucking.
How many does the Palestra hold? The Palestra holds how many?
The Palestra?
Yeah, in Philly, man.
Doesn't hold that many.
I mean, but that's like it's not the mecca
That's
of
like
college.
the big five. They feel like six. they feel like six. They feel like.
You're a stuttering. You're a stuttering motherfucker when it comes to college basketball. You know that? That's all, folks.
That only fits 6,000 people.
Can you play that back? That's all, folks.
Shut up.
I wish I could.
No, not you. No, the Palestra only fits 6,000 people.
Oh, you see? So what the hell am I talking about? Are
Are
you sure it's only 6,000?
6,000.
Wow.
Listen, Gamble was. I don't know. They're building something next to the radio station. I think it's a new sports complex. I hope, for God's fucking sake, it's a bigger fucking arena. For
No, it won't. It's not
Oh,
an
I
arena.
thought
It's actual sports.
I thought you were
going to
say I'm going to get more bars in there.
Yeah,
Oh, for
it's
God's
supposed to
sakes,
be-
No,
there's
they
more
don't.
alcohol in
They
there.
don't need that. We don't need
they
that
have
in
plenty of
Minnesota.
bars. They have plenty of
Yeah,
bars.
no, I know. I was just.
They got
I was
actually.
just
They got a
kidding.
lot of good bars up there.
Yeah. God damn it.
Actually,
They don't.
That's
well, even when they were winning all those years, they weren't. Even the girls don't feel Gamble.
No.
You know why? Because it's such a fucking ride.
Yeah, I mean that's the reason why they play half their games in
Yeah,
Hartford.
nobody.
And they fuckers, I'm doing a radio show for them, free of fucking charge.
Yeah.
And the cocksuckers charged me $5 to park.
Oh my God, that's
$5 to park.
That's ridiculous,
They
man.
couldn't even validate my fucking parking.
Outrage!
Are you serious? You flashed the badge and they flashed you
Yeah,
a
I
bill?
was like, look, I'm an employee, man.
And they still said, "Fuck
$5.
you, cheap bastard."
And I just missed it because the parking went up to 12.
You could have got a 10-piece
Wow.
at Burger King.
I know.
What did when you were probably trying to impress your wife,
Could've
Ricky?
gotten two
I
of
mean, what
them.
did she think
Two of
about
them.
it?
You could have got two.
You know how I impress Ricky? I show up home.
That's right.
She don't care about that shit.
No, I was just kidding. I know she doesn't.
She's not a filthy whore.
That's right. She's not. She's really not.
Actually, she would like to play one on TV though.
Well,
She loves the dick. Just saying. We got to do what we learned at 7:51.
All righty then. But that's all.
And I haven't eaten since yesterday. But Brian,
You know what? I got to be honest with you, Bob. I didn't even hear it. I didn't
Neither
hear
did
it.
I.
I didn't hear it
Neither
at
did
all.
I.
But Peter's like, he just hops on you. He's like
He
T-Rex.
hops on
You
everything.
do one thing wrong, like Durant. He just like fucking
Kevin Durant?
Kevin Durant? He goes
Comes
to
in.
Kevin Durant.
He comes in like a seagull. Rah, 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 rah. He's
All right, what'd you learn,
He's
Robbie?
like a Frito on the beach. You don't stand a chance.
Anyways, hang on a second.
Here is the schedule for PPRN. Mondays from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. It's all things sports with Robbie, Bob, Brian, and Peter.
Brian.
Tuesday and Wednesday the round table with musical guest from 7:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Then Saturday is DJ mixtape from 12 p.m. to Sunday 9 a.m.
All right.
Would you like to play a game? Wouldn't you prefer
no.
a nice game of chess? Fine.
Why don't you just catch me outside? How about that?
You know what that reminded me of, Robbie? Actually, your imitation of Troy Aikman doing the game. Well, now, Buck, I think I saw a dog chase a cat up a tree.
And then the linebacker continued to stick the
Okay, what'd you
stick
learn?
up my ass.
All right, come on.
Greetings, Professor Falcon.
Come
Would you
on.
like to play a game?
We have to wrap this
Oh,
up.
sorry about that. So,
From the
Roberto,
Here is
what?
the schedule.
Okay.
What'd you learn, son?
What I learned today?
That's over, Kathy.
I haven't eaten. Let's go.
I know.
Okay, Roberto.
What I learned is Brian has never changed. He will never, ever, ever change.
That's great.
No, it's not.
I also
When it's
learned
time.
that I am surrounded by the haters.
Oh,
And
yeah,
come
that's
next
for sure.
Monday,
We'll see you Sunday.
all the hate that I've embraced
Scorpion Bowl.
since the beginning of the season will come out with victory as the Patriots will win the final score 33-17.
Wow.
But my MVP will not be to Tom Brady.
Okay.
The MVP will be Julian Edelman.
Yeah, that was great. And I
You
have to say,
have a song about dreaming
Tom
about that
Brady.
one?
that could happen.
MVP
That could
will
happen.
be Julian
Worth
Edelman
playing back. Worth playing back.
Yes.
to
my-
Tom Brady.
What I learned, what I
MVP
learned is
will
that
be
Robbie's the best, man. He really
to
is.
Tom Brady.
He's a great host. He's a great host, and he's
How'd
really
you say
knowledgeable. And I like your prediction on the dark. What was that show called? Tales of the Dark Side. Remember, Tales of the Dark Side. So I like your prediction on the Tales of the Dark Side because we don't want that to happen. Because that means if it does, we don't get a Scorpion Bowl and we can't drink a rock.
Your Scorpion Bowl can be turned into a Poison Bowl real
Yeah,
quick.
that's true. I also learned that coffee, when you buy a bag of coffee for someone, it needs to be grounded. You can't just get somebody a bag of coffee beans because if you don't have a grounder, there's really not a lot you can do about it. But I appreciate the gesture. I also learned that we're just a bunch of stuttering, mumbling fucks over here. Hey, Spider, you're a bunch of stuttering, mumbling fucks at PPRN. Y'all think sports. But I can say that when that happens, sometimes it can turn into the funniest moment in radio. Like, that's all, folks.
Talking over people.
Now here's what we learned from. That's all, Bob.
I learned Brian will never change about talking over people. I mean, you got a better chance of hitting a damn lotto. I also learned that Robbie got stumped tonight. And that does
By
not
Uncle Bob.
And that
yeah.
does not happen a lot. I mean,
Uncle Bob stuck it up his ass.
now hold on. I'm going to stick it up Uncle Bob's right now because he had a thing on the thread where the salary cap was 1983-84.
Okay.
The first salary cap was 1946-1947 at $94,514.
Okay.
Fact. Look it up on Google.
And that all can be yours if the price is right.
I also learned that I got.
And that all can.
And I'm going to go on a limb here. Julian Edelman will not be the MVP of the Super Bowl because the MVP is going to be one Mohamed Sanu.
Muhammad, as Peter said, fuck Muhammad.
Fuck Muhammad.
And
Fuck
Christmas.
Muhammad. I like Matt Ryan as my MVP. I think he's going to have a huge game. I think he's unflappable. And
And he'll be
it's Peter's turn.
and finally Robbie will have to call him Mr. Ice.
Mister.
Oh, he's Matty Ice now. Win or lose, he's Matty Ice.
Well,
he's earned it.
It's going to be a great Super Bowl weekend, everyone. I hope you enjoy it.
I
And,
think it's time
thank you
for
listening
Aaron
today.
Rodgers to find a new insurance agency because I don't think State Farm can save him from this disaster of the season.
That is great. And by the way, Aaron Rodgers, not for nothing, who let his girlfriend stick it to his entire family by saying, look, it's either going to be your family or me. Get the fuck out of here. Have a little backbone, Aaron Rodgers. That's your brother's. Big deal if your brother used your name. What the fuck? You know, he's a quarterback. You know, and your brother's a nobody. Let him, like, ride your coattails a little bit and tell your girlfriend to stay home if she doesn't like it.
To Tom Brady.
And that's all I have to say about that.
To Tom Brady.
Your prediction on the dark. What was that? Okay.
The MVP will be
Well, Peter, we want to hear about what you learned so we can wrap this up.
Julian
Get up on Google.
And that all can
Edelman.
go be a bowl. We can't drink a rock.
You're
And that all can. Yeah. That's all. Wow, man. How the fuck did you do that, bro? That was pretty fucking cool. That's worth playing back to my family.
All right,
I gotta learn how to work that board.
That
was fantastic.
Yeah. Nothing. I didn't learn anything.
Yeah, you did. You
I want
learned
the
that
last 2 hours of my life back.
You learned that the Gable, you learned that you're hungry. You want to get home and
I'm
eat.
very hungry, yes, but I
Okay.
learned that I can work and do a sports show at the same time.
Fantastic job, and I'm gonna.
I learned that the Patriots. I hope they lose. Sorry.
All right.
Embracing.
Okay. All right.
Embracing.
Yeah,
Embrace your cock,
So do I.
motherfucker.
You know, Robbie, I really. Come on, Robbie.
I want you. If the Patriots
Can
lose,
you
I
lose
want
for
you
once?
to beat off the 3 Pornhub movies and tell us what the
Oh my
what
God.
the themes were.
That is great.
That's your punishment.
That's a great
And if
punishment.
we
by
lose,
the way.
we'll do it to you.
And it's over at your mom's
We
house,
want
not
to
at
hear
my house.
Yeah,
we want to hear the stars. We want to hear the themes. We want to hear everything.
You know what
Peter's
they've been
right.
doing lately is they've been doing a lot of sisters fuck brothers porn. So.
Peter Pinhole's right about
Ooh.
Bob Clark being right about Brian D'Angelo being right.
All right, everybody.
Hold on. Did anyone just hear my father go, ooh?
I-
Interested. Ooh.
I was about Brian's
I wanna
He was
see
talking
some
about me.
birds.
No. I was talking about Bob was
I heard
talking
the
about
perv.
me.
I heard the perv.
I heard the Brian's
perv,
comment.
too.
He was talking about my comment. Me,
All right, everybody.
me.
We'll see you tomorrow
Don't you worry
night.
about your father. Your father's fine.
Tuesday round table. Don't forget the Super
Which
Bowl.
one?
on Sunday.
All right, which one?
Good night, everybody.
Stay back,
Stay
y'all.
back, y'all. Good
Super
night.
Bowl.
Go Falcons.
Go
Good night.
Falcons. Go Falcons. Go
Pats
Falcons.
Nation.
So we could drink a rock.
Yes. All right.